Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it got blocked.
Merry Christmas! Yay!
Merry
What got
Christmas.
blocked?
I was trying to hold up my Christmas vacation eggnog cup.
The nog cup.
The nog.
The
I haven't
noggy cup.
I haven't taken a sip yet. I don't have rum, so I'm using whiskey instead. I'm kind of scared, but
Uh-oh. Let's see how good it tastes. Chug, 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 chug. Merry Christmas, y'all, by the way.
it's good.
What
Not
what
bad.
is on the front of it? That's what I need to ask.
It's a moose.
I thought it was a pig.
Okay, I don't see a moose.
Oh,
Christmas vacation.
What does it look like, Disparu?
It just looks like balls to me.
Oh no! Now I gotta turn it around.
Oh, no.
Not the moon.
You can't unsee it now. I can't unsee it. Oh, god
Jesus
dang
Christ.
it. Stop.
You ruined it. You ruined it. I'm leaving.
It was the first
I'm leaving.
thing.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
This is why every
Wow.
designer needs like a 16-year-old boy to be like, is there anything rude about this? I'll be like, yes. But men have been trained since birth to notice anything lewd in any
That looks
imagery.
dirty. Clearly.
They're
Hey.
like, "Ah, you gotta
Great.
take that out. That looks wrong.
Great, thanks, Kara.
Thank you.
Balls. Are you
Backs up.
happy it's like white balls instead of like
Where's
chocolate
this
milk?
going?
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. It's
What
like
does
there are
that
some
mean?
there
Or
are some
banana
people where
milk.
if they'd back me up, it would have been like, yeah, well, okay, you probably just are a pervert as well. But when it's Kara backing you up, I feel a bit more vindicated.
Kara is dirty too. You guys don't know, but she is very dirty.
You watch this Dan to Dan. So
Yeah, but she
That's
gets
true.
gets away
So
with
do
it
I,
more.
so what does
Like
that
you only
say
have to
about
be
me?
perceived as not dirty to be like, no, actually, you count as a backup. Opinion.
at least it's not blue eggnog. Oh yuck. That'd really be awful.
Oh, well, blue. Well, no, blue milk. is-
Okay, so usually it's Dan or Mike that set the stream off. Now it's Kara and Disparu.
Hey, well, today in D&D, Arudai, because Sevi asked for it at the end of the last episode, set my character up with a woman that ran out, some like goth girl, that they rolled for endowment, so she hit 100, which was the maximum endowment she could get.
Wow.
Apparently she was a 10, and the first thing he made her do was shoot me in the face with a crossbow. And I'm like, this is basically
Violent.
symbolic of my entire teenage career. Is that you meet an attractive goth girl, she runs off, and then shoots you in the face with a crossbow. No, well, it turned out she was literally, Aruda is the only person that will make a love interest for you when you're a vampire and have it be a vampire hunter. As the worst look in the world.
Do you want to hear something really
Wow.
funny? You just triggered a memory when I used to play Sims. So when they did the supernatural packs, of course I got them. And I had a girl that was marrying a vampire, right? And the Sims are dumb. On the wedding day, like it was all set up. Of course, I was all girly. I had the wedding day all set up. The vampire goes outside in the sun. And then he burned up. And I was like doing something. I looked up. I'm like, why do I hear crying? And I look and I'm like, oh my God, the groom is burning up. And then she goes out and she's sitting there in her dress crying over the ashes. And you can't like it saves automatically. So you can't go back. So I was like, what the frick? I was like, why did you go outside in the sun, dude?
I kind of think that's the vampire's fault, yeah, to be honest.
He was like, I
you
don't
should
want to get
know.
married.
He's
Yeah.
dumb. Yeah.
He took the easy way out. He was like, I live forever, this is going to be hell.
Yeah.
Well, at
so
least it didn't sparkle.
it did.
Well, he probably took till death to us part, literally.
I want to get out.
Already happened, love. Bit late for that.
it was very dramatic for a Sims game. I was like, what's sorry.
I love it. I
She
love
was like
it.
super depressed, and I'm like, well, I don't time to make new characters. They're depressing.
Every story I hear about The Sims is like people doing horrific things to them. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't,
wall you
though.
up in a room with nothing to eat until you crap yourself to death and things like that. The
Oh, yeah,
people
there's
that play
some-
The Sims are
What?
monsters.
So,
What
there's
is
like
wrong with
twisted videos
people?
where people like, because you know, if you take like The Sims, if you put like a chair in front of them in a doorway, they can't leave. It's like, oh, like they don't know what to do. And so I've seen some twisted videos of people like putting their Sims in a pool and taking all the ladders out, and they're just like, I'm like, I'm like, what is wrong with
This is what I mean.
I feel like this is what I would do. Let's torture all these characters.
Yeah, should I do a Sim stream and make us in it? Make the Saucy crew? We'll have a content
oh my
house.
God. Should we do a Saucy Sims?
I'll do it. I still
Just
have
rooms
it.
stacked with booze.
Yeah, wine in one room, just whiskey and milk room.
Yeah, the swimming pool is just whiskey.
Oh my God, dude. That's a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, you get to a point where you're like, can you actually submerge yourself in whiskey? Because you're not. I'm not even sure about the absorbance of your skin via its spirit.
But how's everybody doing? Merry Christmas! I'm super excited for Christmas. I got my. This is from Christmas Vacation. It's not balls.
That doesn't help. This is from my vacation. Must have been one hell of a time.
No, from Christmas Vacation, the movie. Don't tell me you haven't seen it.
Did the Christmas Vacation movie Moose
Probably
Cup look like it had balls on it as well?
This is from the movie. It's the same cup.
Are we sure? I mean,
Hold
I didn't
on.
watch it, so.
Let me Google it. It said on the box that it was it's a moose cup. It's a moose cup. Moose cup.
I'm not saying that it wasn't meant to be a moose cup. I'm just saying it doesn't look like one.
Ruined Christmas just brew.
I have that effect on things.
So sad. I think we should do a poll. Chat, do you think Wicked's cup looks like it has balls on it?
Mm-hmm.
1's for yes, 2's for no. We need to know. You guys are the deciding factor.
I mean,
Here
look,
it
if it was filled with like Coke or Pepsi or whatever, it probably wouldn't look the same. But when it's eggnog,
Yep, it's the exact same cup. Right there. Can I make it bigger?
That's what she said.
well,
it
with
is.
that cup, anything's possible.
It actually looks like a penis now at that angle.
Yeah. It kind of looks. Well, suck on this.
You know what? Christmas is canceled now, everybody. I'm
Let me
sorry.
show you my
You
chode.
ruined my Christmas tradition.
Drinking out of a pea cup.
This is the last time I show you guys anything.
Wait, what was it? 1's, 2's. What did you ask them? What was 2's that looks like?
1's for yes if it looks like balls on the cup. 2's for no. It's overwhelming yes. in my
Kara was the
opinion.
first one. She was ready. She was like,
Mhm.
1. Thanks,
She
Kara.
knew I was going to do a poll.
What's up,
Oh,
X?
Wicked
You're
already
making fun
brought
of
one
my
on
cup.
stream.
Yeah.
Sup, X?
I don't care.
Cuz-
This my eggnog.
I'm gonna suck on it anyway.
That's gonna so get clipped. You broke her. You broke her.
Now I have to turn it off every time I take a sip. I was trying to be festive and getting my Clark Griswold going on. This brew ruined Christmas.
I have that effect on people.
He's like, hey, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyways. I'm gonna get to a couple super chats right away because a few of you super chatted before we even started. Thank you. Mate, thank you for the $5 super chat. Dispa toenail clippings for sale when? I'm looking for Christmas gifts.
I think that's a really terrible product because it doesn't
You'd rather
scale
sell
at
water.
all.
You'd rather sell the bath water.
Well, yeah, because you can have you can like not only do you get a lot of product out of one single bath, but you could keep repeating that. You are limited by how fast your toenails grow. Not something renowned for their speed.
I made it a whole way.
No. Oh my god. Have you ever like bruised your toenail, like the big toe, and then it takes like half a year for it to grow out. It's insane.
Yeah, it hurts.
Oh, that too.
I remember when I was a kid, I was
It was
probably like
like,
6 or 7.
Ruins the look of them.
I stubbed my toe, and I don't know why. I might have even been younger than 6, and I don't know why I remember this, but I stubbed my toe, and I was outside, like I skinned it, and I was like, I thought I was about to get attacked by mosquitoes. I was like, I gotta hurry up and get inside. I don't know. My toe was bleeding. I was like, it's over. I'm gonna die.
What, like there was going to be sort of a hive nearby that just a swarm descended on you?
Yeah.
It's like piranhas in the
I heard
water.
it once, and I was like, I told my mom, and she was like, that's not how it works. You're okay. I was all panicking. I was like, they're coming for me.
Let me see. If I can find the picture of my feet when I had lost my toenail. This
Oh.
is undesirable feet pictures. I know how
There you
y'all
go.
on the internet feel about my feet. But
Nobody
where-
even asked for this.
I'm gonna
Like
totally
this is
show it.
like, look at my feet.
I'm
We're talking
totally gonna
about
show
toes.
it.
Totally
Oh my
gonna
god, I
show
gotta
it.
scroll
pretty
back
sure she
so
brought toes
freaking
as well.
far. Oh my god. It feels like a lifetime ago I lost my toenail.
She got to go back 10
I
years.
gotta
Yeah,
go
this-
back 10 years.
This is how
Well,
you
while
know how
she's-
many selfies somebody takes, by the way.
Well, she's
How long it
doing
takes them to
that.
scroll.
Mate also gifted a membership. Thank you so much. And Psychotic Mongoose gifted 5 memberships. Hold on, they changed everything. There we go.
Saucy.
They changed StreamYards, and I'm like, where is everything? I didn't have time to look at it. Thank you guys for the gifted memberships. And also, wait a minute, Duppy gifted 5 too. Thank you. Hold on, we gotta do another
Thank
saucy.
you.
I missed it.
Saucy.
I love how like happy he is in that. Like, I said it. Saucy.
Okay,
Mhm.
here. Do you want to see how? Oh, wait, maybe I'll do a side picture. Where'd it go? This is really bad.
Ah!
Oh.
What did
Yeah.
you do? Did you drop
So-
a boulder on it?
I was hiking, and so the rubbing of my shoe wasn't good for my toes. So I lost the big toe as well as the fourth toe. The fourth toe was like 2 months of growth, and the big toe was 6 months.
Ow. I'm not laughing at you.
I'm not
laughing
the
at
one
Ian.
showing you my feet, Ian.
Ian does always come at the weirdest times, and it's usually just Drew saying
Ian!
something.
Yeah,
Ian, do you like
it was
my
like you had like a
feet?
bat alert. Didn't Brew mention feet.
What's my middle toe? It's 10 feet long. No, it's not. I need to look at my toe
Actually-
again.
Now she's gonna go get feet surgery. No,
Yeah.
No, my
I'm
middle
kidding.
Sort of like
You
a
mean
foot
my
extension.
second toe? My second toe is weirdly long.
It's because
Yeah.
the big toe
Not a
is
polite
crunched
slope, as
because it
Abby
got
would say.
smushed.
Is everyone's okay? Wait. Just out of curiosity, is your second toe longer than your big toe?
No.
No,
Really? I'm the weird
Yeah.
one then.
I have tiny feet though. If you know. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about feet. Chat's
That's
gonna
just because you're
continue.
tiny. Like, it'd be really weird if you were
I'd
like,
be
no,
a
I've got size
clown.
14s.
I look like a
Like,
clown.
you just come down to like clown feet. Like, you're really short, but then really long, and just only in the feet.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Sean, you and me are the same. Our big toes are smaller than our second toe.
Yeah, if Savvy was here, she'd be able to. I forgot what it's called.
Savvy knows all the types of
She
feet for some
knows-
reason.
She was on Bro Science, and I was actually watching this part. Like I caught it right at this part where she was talking about like what the different feet kind are called. I'm like, everybody's looking at their feet right now.
There's
because
a
she pulled up
word
thing,
for it now.
Like what types? Yeah,
Yeah, the descending order is the Egyptian one. I don't know
Yeah.
the rest.
yeah. That's the only one I can remember too.
And I only know that because Savvy was calling it a polite slope. I don't know. It's her terminology.
Oh my god. Kara's hubby says we're toe twins.
Look at that, besties for life.
This is why you're my wife's husband. We got the same toes.
It's like Kara likes both of you.
In order for us to be friends, your second toe needs to be bigger than your
Here, you know what? This is for you, so you can read it.
No, it isn't. This is actually for X-ray.
Cajun Corey says, what do you get when you mix a pickle and a bread? Dildo.
He's like, nah.
No, that is actually for X-ray. He said it on another stream. He's like, I'm going to post
Oh.
this one for X-ray.
Oh, every time he does a dad joke, I'm just like, this brew is for you. And Mark a Reality, wow, thank you for the $50 super chat. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Mark. Cheers. Don't make fun of my. This is a festive code.
It is.
Oh, and you're drinking it live.
It shows Santa's bulge.
Disprue, what are you drinking? Why are you drinking water?
He's got a bulge in his sack. What it depends.
That's
which...
probably vodka. I'm kidding.
Yeah, this is 1.5 liters of whiskey.
I'm drinking root beer.
A&W, nice.
Yeah. I can't drink for a week. I'm sad.
Sorry.
But no, I still have.
You'll be back in time for the new year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When is, speaking of that, let me look at the calendar. When is our saucy new year going to be?
Next week.
It's going to be on the 28th. Okay. Oh yeah. It's the 20. Yeah. I can count. I don't know what day it is. December is just like one big.
It's been like, I feel like it always is so busy. You have to meet your friends, anyone coming back to town. He tried to send you a picture. So I told him no. Wait, why would you not send me a picture of your toes? Send me a picture of your toes.
You have to restrain him. But no, this isn't the time or the place.
I'm waiting.
He's like, this is the internet. It's exactly the place.
This is if not now, when?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
To be fair, it would be far weirder to receive just random feet in real
Sorry,
life.
Kara. She's just like, I give up.
He just walks
wrestling
into
him.
X-ray and is like, look at my feet. It would be way more bizarre.
Come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. No, but I love December because people come home to visit family, so you get to see friends that you haven't seen in a long time, and oh, I got a message. What does it say?
Is it a foot?
No.
No.
I've never seen X-ray that disappointed.
No.
It's like, oh, I expected feet, and instead it was just someone wishing me Merry Christmas.
It was just a message about toes. No toes were sent. I'm still waiting.
I have different headphones in, so it might be me. Is X-ray a little hot to you, or no? Is it just me?
She when she did that, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stay back.
No, okay, yeah, you're fine.
That's
I just didn't
fine
know.
Here.
Okay,
I
no,
was
because
getting
I have the
aggressive.
earbuds in. She takes feet seriously.
I take feet very seriously.
Yeah, it's just the mic way of getting around peaking, as it just kind of cuts out rather than peaks.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a couple more super chats and then we'll get into. Do you want to do the gaming thing first? Because I think Disprue had a lot to say about that. That gaming tweet.
Sure.
All right. Carlos Lima, Disparu's son for 5. Thank you, Carlos. Hey, Wicked, X-Ray Girl, and Disparu. Hope you had a great week. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Merry
you,
Christmas, Carlos.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Psychotic
Christmas, watching Die Hard.
Mongoose for £5. Merry Christmas, Wicked, X-Ray, Disparu, and chat. Hope everyone has a great one. Thank you, Mongoose. Merry Christmas to you too. And Sneaky Singy, $5 super sticker. I don't know. I wish it showed what the super stickers were on StreamYards, but it doesn't.
I know.
It's not, I can't find it. Well, thank you so much, Nikki. And again, thanks again for the dress. You sent me a dress off my wish list from Halara, the one you have that I wanted that you wore for the girls' night. Now we can match. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I've been wanting that since Toronto. I was like,
yeah. And see,
no.
he got me a dress too. I still have to go purchase it. I will, I promise.
I did it right away because I was like,
behind.
yeah, I want this dress now. And it shipped real fast. So I'll have it soon. Maybe I'll wear it on my birthday next month. Birthday dress. Andrew Thomas, thank you for the 5. Happy winter solstice to the sexiest Santa Wicked and her 2 favorite elves, Disparu and X-Ray. Yes, you do kind of look like an elf with your little hat. And Disparu just looks confused.
I will be your
How is
helper.
Wicked Santa, but we're the elves?
Why?
When
'Cause I'm
Wicked
short?
is the tiniest person. Yes, exactly why. Like, you are the tiniest person here.
Are you short shaming me?
Yes. You should be an elf.
It's fair.
You're like perfectly designed to be an elf. It just seems like a wasted
Listen,
opportunity.
I got the hat. I'm the boss. You don't even have a hat.
That's true. Because
There we go.
I'm already there. Nobody needs a hat to recognize me as Santa, you impersonator.
Oh, okay. So now we got beef. So his beef with Kara's over, and now we got beef. Got it. 2025, Disprove we can have falling out.
Maybe you would have grown.
Wow, I eat a lot of beef. I love steak. and burgers. You know what?
I was
Yeah,
brought up a
Ian,
vegan, that's why.
this proves the angry head
Aw,
elves I got
poor
past.
Yeah,
Disney.
so I've been doing this for the last 500 years, and I'm still in the same position.
Disparu doesn't like to make toys. Okay.
He's
Yeah.
a Grinch.
Well, I can't just enter the Q&A department where I get to play with them.
Okay. Thanks,
All I want to do
Kara.
is test the new Nerf rifles.
I love how he says Nerf rifles instead of guns. I'm just used to saying Nerf guns. No, rifles.
Yeah, specifically.
You mean like Nerf is actually a
because
gun?
they do like Nerf bow and arrows and crap. It's like, no, the guns. Like the actual electric powered ones. Where
There's
you're like, hang on.
electric powered guns?
Yeah, you can get, there's literally like a dual turret one that's, it's really powerful. It's like a placement
What?
gun.
That's cool.
Nerf isn't what it was when I was a kid.
Because Nerf is like the foam bullets that you like air pump it and shoot it, but like
Oh no, now they do like motor powered ones.
like this is for children?
Well, yeah, because in America they use real guns.
Oh my god.
They upgrade.
Oh my god.
In college, I had a group of guy friends that lived together, and they used to shoot each other with Nerf guns all the time. And he was like the tallest one too, and he was like the nerdiest looking one too with glasses. Every time they would like aim, it would go and get stuck right in the middle of his forehead. He'd get so mad. He was just sitting there playing a game, and they would just like, you know how guys are, they would like army crawl, like just shoot him right in the middle of the forehead. He'd be like, guys, and it just. Anyways, let's do the first topic. Sorry, I'm gonna slow down the eggnog. I'm gonna get giggly in the first 20 minutes.
Eggnog renowned for its like,
There's whiskey
massive
in it.
alcohol content.
There's whiskey in it. Okay, so this freaking weirdo Froxadu, I don't even know how to say his name. This lame-o here says it's
I think
clear
it's
a lot
Frodo.
of
Frodo. It's Frodo.
Oh, he's so quirky and cute.
Yeah.
It's clear a lot of you are new here. Let me walk you through something. He can't even bother to put the G. Women have been fighting decades to get games to stop portraying them like Stellar Blade. Decades?
Wait, but who is fighting? I don't know.
Can we get some receipts? The same studio on the left had to fight just to get Ellie shown on the cover of Last of Us in 2013.
I don't know what the cover is.
What? What cover are you talking about? Oh, well, they deserve to kick rocks.
This is yeah, there you go. French Frodo.
French Frodo.
Yeah, good point. So
Frodo's
women want to
more
be seen as
attractive.
ugly. So even as a kid, if I would have had that, like, we didn't have this. Like when I was a kid, video game girls, even in 8-bit, they made them cute, right?
Mhm.
I would have always picked the prettier girl. It doesn't matter.
Always.
Like
yes.
you want what's more appealing. Nobody wants this.
Like,
No, that's not
except for,
true.
like-
There are a lot of women that do want that because they're
Once-
incredibly insecure and they
Yeah,
don't want to play
the
someone more
uggos.
attractive than. This is why Taylor Swift is incredibly popular because she's inoffensively attractive. She's about a 6 and therefore doesn't
Fair.
make people insecure compared to if Kate Beckinsale was a great singer, she wouldn't be as popular as Taylor Swift because she would be
Because she's
too
too good
attractive.
looking. Yeah.
There are a significant amount of women that are like this that do think this way. But my question is, why should I care? Like, you're
Yeah.
not the audience. You're not the audience of the games, and you need to provide what the audience wants. And the default for anything is you make them attractive. This goes for the men and the women. Obviously they should be. It goes for buildings and everything. Everything should be built to the best thing you can do.
aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, and if you want to make something ugly, the question becomes why. And that's
Yeah.
what you have to defend. I don't need to defend men liking the one on the right compared to whatever that left thing is. You have to give me a reason why that should be in a game.
The chat disagrees with you, Disparu. They're all saying she's a 2 or a 3 and she's only a 6 with makeup.
That's probably true, but
Well, she
on a
is
good
blonde.
day, on a good day when she's performing, 6.
That's who that is, Kara. I know her. That's the actress from Sabrina. She is good looking, even with her shaved head. I know who you're talking about. I didn't know they.
But that's what they've been doing.
Hold on,
Like,
let me get her. Hold on. Go ahead, keep
did
talking.
you
People have done
remember
side by sides, and she does have an entirely different bone structure.
Face.
They
Let
have.
me get it.
It's where it's like recognizable, but when you compare them, you're like, that actually looks nothing like you.
Well, Star Wars Outlaws, do you remember that character model, the girl is actually hot. And then they hit her with the ugly stick real hard.
Mhm.
For what? I don't know. And then the game was complete trash. So I'm just assuming that this game's probably going to be trash. I mean, it is Naughty Dog as well. And I didn't like what they were doing last time with The Last of Us 2. And I'm probably not going to like what they're going to do with this story, too.
No.
And that's okay. You can make a game and spend all your money to fail. Go ahead. We've been seeing this a lot.
Yeah,
And
this is
I'm
what
fine.
she looks like. She's not that ugly. I mean, some of these pictures aren't super flattering, but I remember seeing her even there without makeup. She looks better than that model. The heck?
What?
Ugh.
They changed her
Jump
chin, her
scare.
nose,
To make her
like
butchier.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. They have made her more masculine, and that's the way all these go. They always make them more masculine. And
Yeah, no,
that's
and
not how it used to be. Like, if you remember all the time when I was growing up in the 90s, the 2000s,
hold on 1 second.
all you would hear is, why do they keep photoshopping women to make them more attractive? Why do they go and photoshop them to remove all the mistakes
on.
or like the
Blemishes
blemishes and things? There are times where they literally didn't like a woman's leg, so they just drew new legs on her. That was very commonplace. Whereas now, it's like, no, we need to make these people as rough as possible.
Is this X-Ray's character right here?
No, that's actually Nina's
That one's
character.
Nina's. Yours is right there with
Mine
the big
is
butt.
the one laying down.
Okay.
That was like a lifetime ago. Oh my god. But it's so true. I want to play a game, and I mean, it doesn't have to be like Stellar Blade hot, but like I even enjoyed Genshin because all the characters were kind of cutesy and adorable and a little sexy. And it made it more fun to play. And imagine back in the day when you were playing Mario Kart, and this is for the girls. Which character did you end up choosing for the most part? I chose Peach.
I usually chose Yoshi.
Look,
Because
if you,
he's
go and play,
cute.
if you go and play First Descendant and you just walk around all the maps, no one is playing the blokes. And those blokes have they all have different classes, so they have different specializations, but people play the ones that look attractive in the game that they like looking at as they're walking around in third person. This is the way it's always been. This is why MMO armor has been a thing. That the guy gets big, massive armor, full plate, and the woman gets a magical bikini. And this is the way they've always been.
But if you go back to the first game that I ever played was Street Fighter. I have it right here. Actually, I'll eventually get what I need to play this on stream. But this Street Fighter is the first game I played. So the first character I ever played as was Chun-Li, and she's a pretty character. Pretty girls. That's what I grew up playing as. That's I picked. So you're right. Like when it comes to Mario and stuff, I'm a very big Nintendo fan, like Donkey Kong and Mario. So it's like it's not just the girly stuff. But when I play fighting games, always a girl. Always a pretty girl.
Fighting game. I can't remember what it was.
But they're better. There's guys that even say that like they're faster. Like not even just Cammy was thick.
No, but there was a beat 'em up game that was literally just basically based on jiggle physics and juggling. And that's all it was. And I can't even
down the water.
I think it was on PlayStation first, and then I think it
you're not thinking of not Tekken.
No, it wasn't Tekken, but it was in that kind of era. Because I played Tekken 2, then that came out. They're all in a beach in bikinis and things, and this sparks the entire thing. There's a reason why Lara Croft had a crawl function. Nobody needs a crawl function, but you do if you're Lara Croft and your audience is blokes. And the thing is, even the argument with this is the same argument as, how can you cry that, or how can you laugh that Concord failed? Because hundreds of people spent thousands of hours on that game. It's like, so? That doesn't make what they've done valuable. It's like, well, women have been fighting for decades to get... I don't care if women have been fighting for decades to destroy society. It doesn't mean what you were doing was a good thing. It might have been a really horrific thing you've been doing for a long time.
And that's the problem. It's like, just because you put the work in doesn't mean that you're doing good things and people are going to like it. You still have to make a good product. And if you don't make a good product, people aren't going to buy it. And that was shown very well with Concord, with Dustborn, and a bunch of all those other woke games. Like, I don't understand how the gaming industry can put out crap games or unfinished games for that matter and expect people to buy it. It's the same thing as Hollywood. Put out crap, no one's going to want to see it. So do better. Check out what your audience is buying and playing. Stellar
Dead
Blade.
or Alive, I think it was that I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never played that, but I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah,
But this
Nathan
is the thing.
said it.
The people making the games are games used to be made. People used to be proud of it when studios are smaller, of made by gamers for gamers, and that's just not how it is anymore. And there was a time where sort of money men came in, it became a bigger industry, and so you got your typical sort of corporate suits moving in, and they were doing it for a while. And then we just got people who had no interest in games, who were now coming in because they knew it was part of the culture and they wanted to change it, and they wanted to change it into things like this. And then you hit the next wave of destruction, where it wasn't just microtransactions anymore. Now they want you to pay for skins to be hit with the ugly stick all the way, and then complained about how masculinity is wrong. And it is literally a case of, it's the same thing that happened in the movie industry. It's just, I think games was delayed because it was
takes
such
longer.
a male... No, I think it's because it was such a male space that you ended up with...
True.
The moment you speak out about it, they'll just start abusing you, basically, because that's how men respond to that kind of thing. So they had to get through with censorship and muting people and blocking people and banning people before they
I thought
could
it
get
took
to this.
longer to make games too, which is why we are seeing some of the games come out now versus a movie or TV show.
In some respects, but I do think games are more easily alterable than that gives them credit for. Like, you could change this character model today, and it would make no difference to the game, because it's still rigged, it's still got the same skeleton, you'd just be changing a face. This is why they can put out skins for games, and it all just works, because they've rigged it all properly.
Oh my god, and the modders.
Modders would fix that in 20 minutes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's another issue, though, that Nexus mods got taken over, so now those mods get banned, so now even the mods don't get, and the mods want to go where the people are. It's the same reason people on YouTube. So banning things on Nexus mods does make a difference, even if those mods can be hosted elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
I would rather play Stellar Blade than what's that game called that's coming out? I don't even know.
I don't remember. That was one that we were like, oh, this is so boring. One of them. I forgot what it was called, the
Everyone
space
knew
one.
one of the reasons that Overwatch got so popular is because of the adult videos that came out about it. Then Marvel Rivals, what happened? First thing people did, dig into the skins, and the news came back. These skins are remarkably detailed for things that you'd never see. It's almost as if they knew. And then immediately those mods came out, and now you can change skins. People have been putting DC characters into the Marvel Rivals game with mods. They've just skinned them as DC characters instead. That kind of thing is how gaming's always been, that you can customize it to what you want. And this is like, no, you have to like the game I want you to play in the way I want it, and I want it to be ugly and awful. It's like, why though? That says more about you than anyone else.
It's true. And it doesn't make sense because I remember growing up, like, not that it made anyone mad. Well, I guess the chunkies and the uggos maybe a little bit. We will talk about how Hollywood would take like a real story, and then when they got their hands on it, they would make like a very mid looking person, just like a drop dead gorgeous Hollywood person, because they're like Hollywood beautifies stuff is what they used to do. Because people would rather look at something.
Uglify.
Yeah.
People.
So it makes no sense.
There are chemical reactions that your body does when you look at beauty. This is why people like looking at landscapes, because their body rewards them. When you see an attractive person, it makes you feel good. There's like a halo effect. It actually improves how the world feels. And when you look at ugly things, the same thing happens. This is why when people go to like the evil side, the dark side, we make them look uglier. We drain them. We make them look a certain way, because how you are on the outside is seen and is recognized like innately by you as a reflection of what's on the inside. And so you can tell a story that way. So there are reasons that you'd want ugly people in some games or in some stories. Not if you want them to be the hero, though. The hero is supposed to be the best person. It's supposed to be the peak. Like, Batman. Batman should never be ugly, because Batman is peak human. So an ugly Batman doesn't even make any sense.
Makes no sense. And
Well,
there's such thing. It literally is pretty privileged. There are people who get away with so much and get advantages in life because they're prettier.
Yeah.
So
the prison
ignoring it is
sentences
just
for more
stupid.
attractive people is lower, which is wild to me. but it even affects that.
Oh,
Sorry, you said Batman can be ugly.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Look, all I'm saying is if anyone is surprised that the sparkly vampire from the Cook film is doing this, then I don't know why you are. It's like, oh, he could be Batman, really? After he's
no,
been in
I
that
wasn't.
movie?
I wasn't ready for it. He looks like a e-girl mixed with like Harley Quinn and something else.
Now, I do think with things like this, the question always comes down, why? Are you doing it because you're faking it because you know it'll give you a career advantage? Is this something that Hollywood just makes people do as like some kind of humiliation ritual that this is what we want, so if you want jobs, we will make you do it? Or is it just a personal thing he enjoys?
Why would he do this? This is
I
so
don't know.
weird.
And also, no, I'm not a mean girl. I'm just honest. Because the it's the women that don't want to change how they look and are like just what's the word that you always use to screw that I took?
I don't. Insufferable.
Yeah, thank you. The insufferable women that are jealous of like women that aren't ugly. I know it was a joke, Sean. I know. I am teasing, but those are the ones that complain.
No,
The
but
ones
there are
sitting there,
things.
sitting on the couch eating a bunch of like ho hos and chips. And they're like, "Bah, I don't want this girl to be pretty." That's probably how they
Because they're
sound.
jealous. It's
And they're-
not like they're doing anything, but they
Yeah.
just they want people to go down to their level so that they'll
Mhm.
feel better about themselves. They need to see themselves in a video game, and that somehow elevates them mentally
Mhm.
to feel whatever they need to.
Yeah, it's because the entire ideology is driven by low IQ and envy. So if you believe in equality, then anyone that's better than you didn't earn that position. They're equal to you, and therefore they got it because they had special privileges that you didn't. And so they need to be dragged down because they should never have been there in the first place. And because they have low IQ, they can't abstract, so they can't put themselves in someone else's position. So they literally have to see them in a thing for them to even comprehend it in the first place. This is why they don't understand heroism, because heroism is about self-sacrifice, not envy. You can't have an envious hero; it just doesn't work. So they can't
Sorry,
comprehend, which is why all the
Chad's
stories
making me
now are just
laugh.
evil.
Yeah, and they think that to be a hero is just to be awesome. That's not what a hero is, or
And
an
be
interesting
affirmed.
story.
That's how
Yeah.
you get Mary Sue's.
Yeah, you have to overcome something, whether it might be physical or emotional. Like the story of Echo, like their retold story. If there was actually a hero
Cried
that
about that.
had a prosthetic and had to overcome, like they got their leg chopped off, but then they came back fighting, learned how to fight and do all that, would be kind of cool. But no,
People can get behind and support self-improvement. They can't support wallowing in a pit of your own filth. Like, that's not something that anyone will ever get behind. And what the story has always been, and you see it in like Captain Marvel, but it's a common trend in everything. It's even the Acolyte and everything, where they are powerful all along, but people don't recognize it. And so their journey of learning is literally realizing how powerful they have been all along, and everyone else to realize how powerful they were all along, so they achieve the position they should have been in. And that's, again, the equality thing. I don't deserve to be in my position. I should have been up here. And if only people would give me a chance, I'd show them how I was up there. It's like, no, you actually have to train and learn and go through strife to actually
earn
achieve
it
the higher position.
is
Yes.
a thing, and that's the crazy part. Like the first time I ever saw DEI per se was Canadian government. They decided, I think Trudeau decided that he wanted half the cabinet to be females, and I'm like, that makes no sense. Why
I
would
mean,
you
Why?
do
What are the
that
something like-
example-
qualifications, right?
Now, the Italian Prime Minister Berlusconi decided he also wanted his cabinet to be 100% females, but they're all page 3 models, which I'm kind of behind. Like, this guy was
Really?
renowned for throwing the wildest parties, yeah, and he just stuffed his cabinet full of models.
hot women?
Hot.
He just wanted to be surrounded
models.
by hot women.
Yes, but this is what he was renowned for. And then it came out, there was a whole thing about how he was, like, having an affair. It's like, it's Berlusconi, of course he's having an affair. Who thought he wouldn't be having an
If
affair?
he's
Are you
surrounding
serious?
himself by models, like,
Yeah.
why are you
That guy, the quotes from that guy are wild. At one point, he basically called the entire Italian people scum. And then when he, like, on his way out the door, and said, I'm never going to do this again. Then he got, I think they were kind of looking into him for some kind of crime or something like that. And so he started to run to be prime minister again because then he'd be immune to prosecution. And so he literally, after calling everyone like insults
Oh
and
my
stuff, he
God.
went back to try and be leader.
That is hilarious.
Oh, some of his quotes are wild.
My gosh. I'm going to grab a couple of these supers and then we're going to react to this. I won't get clipped for the trailer. I didn't watch it. You guys did the post-women thing.
It's
can
on.
check.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it was
Well-
played on FNT. Because it's on Twitter, it'll help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the Twitter one. All right. Jadine for $19.99. Thank you. Disprue, no matter how hard you try, you will never be the lesbian that Justine Trudeau is.
It's true. I haven't murdered as many old people as he has.
Diz the Jizz for 5. When Santa gets his fat hay down the chimney, he'll see the jolliest bunch of a-holes this side of the nut house. Such a classic. Thank you. You get it. I know a lot of the chat gets it. But Disprue, you've seen Christmas Vacation, right? With Chevy
I don't think
Chase?
so.
What? Well, that's why you don't get it. Did you see it, X-Ray?
It's not about whether I get it, it's about what it looks like.
No.
Yes. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I really can't unsee it. It's you broke the glass, and every
I
time
ruined
she
a
picks up
Christmas
Yeah.
classic.
They've shaved the coin purse, and there it is.
Is that what Dan's coin purse looks like?
Oh, jeez.
Well.
Why does Wicked's menorah have eggnog in the middle? It's a moose. I'm not Jewish. Thank you, Andrew. Oh gosh, Russell Hall for 2. Destiny Peru. What?
What the heck?
He's like, huh?
I
what are you?
haven't sucked as many polls as he has.
Or well, I hope none.
I hope none, but you know.
Are we learning something new about Disparu?
Huh? Okay. Super chat, Brian Smith with a Canadian 50. Thank you. Happy Christmas from the Canadian Arctic. It's cold over there right now, isn't it?
Cheers. Oh my God, it was minus 12 degrees
Woo.
Celsius this morning when I left the house. Let me find out what that is in Fahrenheit. That is
Cold.
10 Fahrenheit.
Whew.
It was so cold. It was so cold.
Oh gosh.
Let me
Moz
convert this to
Hog.
the inferior system.
Moz Hog for 199. PlayStation Disparu is a normie.
Yeah, I think my gaming journey started with the black and white Game Boy, then I moved up to the SNES, then the PlayStation, then I went PC and never went back.
Indiana Mazza. That one fits. There was a little line on Moz Hog, but 199. Thank you. This stream belongs in a museum. It sure does. Thank you. Jason Webster with Australian 5. Thank you. Merry Christmas to the beautifully bohomous X-ray girl and the perfectly perspicacious wicked fire.
Perspicacious.
I can never say it. Wicked virtue and rapid fire Disparu. Thank you, Jason. And Saw has been a member for 5 months. Thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. What is everyone's favorite Christmas movie you have to watch every year?
Elf.
I think I have a movie that I have to watch every
Die
year.
Hard.
Well, no, the ones that I've probably seen the most would be Die Hard, but also, and I know everyone's going to disagree, but it's more of a British tradition than anything else. The Great Escape is probably one of the movies I've seen the most, because over here, it is a tradition that the TV's just on all Christmas, and so whatever rolls round is what you see all the time. And they just used to play The Great Escape every Christmas on Christmas Day throughout my entire childhood. And so I've always associated that with Christmas, even though, no, it's obviously not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some people have Christmas movies that aren't really Christmas movies that remind them of Christmas because of stuff like that. For me, Mickey's
everyone has like family traditions and stuff, and so it's a bit more kind of
for
personal.
me, Mickey's Christmas Carol is a family tradition because me and my mom always watched it every Christmas Eve. It's only like 40 minutes long, but for a longer movie that more people might like that's one of my favorites that I have to watch. There's a lot. I watch all December. I watch Christmas movies. But It's a Wonderful Life. I saw that when I was really young, and that's what got me into like classic, old fashioned, black and white, old Hollywood movies. I love that movie. Okay, Papa Obi-Wan. Okay, yeah, for $4.99. Sorry, I'm losing
Otherwise,
my voice.
it's obble.
Disparu, my family immigrated from Stockton to the States years ago. If we were still there, which football teams would we support?
Stockton.
I don't
Stockton
know.
is. I have no idea. I'll get back to you.
I'll get back to you.
Stockton-on-Tees. No, I've never heard of this.
He's got to look it up.
Oh, I've heard of County Durham. County Durham, rather.
I really want to watch.
Apparently, there is Stockton Town FC, which would be your local one.
Maybe Stockholm as well? Is that a thing?
No. As he's asking me, I'm assuming he means Stockton-on-Tees, which have their own football club, which would be Stockton Town FC. Which just means football club.
Cajun Corey for 5. I saw Wicked get pickpocketed. I can't believe someone would stoop so low.
Yeah, they
Thanks,
stole
Corey.
the rest of the...
They just stole Wicked.
It's just left with the
Just-
coin purse.
Oh my god. Ew.
It went
can
down
never-
the Game of Thrones treatment.
Her drink cup. That's all that's left.
Yeah. There's just a guy
Dan
in the
has
corner of the
ruined
room
that
waving a
term now.
sausage.
Jadine for $19.99. Damn straight we use real guns against steel targets.
I'm pretty sure that isn't safe as long as it's... Well, unless it's at long range.
Matthew, was it Fashin?
Fashion.
Fashin, 1993 for Canadian 10. One American girl, one Canadian girl, and one British guy. I've seen this before. It's a classic.
Yeah.
We
They
walked
walked
into a bar.
pub. Yeah.
I got drunk.
This one's for you, Disbrew. Taylor Swift is overrated and supports losers for $1.99. Did I hear Disbrew call me out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's called her out over everything. Like, nobody knows why she's as successful as she is, but there are reasons. We're like,
Jedi-
no, it's because she's an amazing businesswoman as she preaches about the world while she... Have you seen that gif of
No.
where she's on a plane and it just travels all over the US
That's what she
constantly?
does. She goes
It's
home
like,
every
yeah.
night.
It's
No,
like this
she
is how much she travels in a year. I'm like,
But the problem is like she is so like progressive, but then she does that, and you're like,
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
very like global warming and stuff, and then she does. Yeah,
she
Because
has
the simple
the
fact-
biggest footprint.
the simple
Yeah.
fact about all progressivism is they only want it for the point that it benefits them. That is literally, it is I'm a victim, I need some stuff, give me the stuff. And that applies to all. I have never seen an actor go, you know what, we need more masculine men in movies when they're not a masculine man, or we need more dwarves in movies when they're not a dwarf, or we need more sort of 50-year-old women in when they're not a 50-year-old woman. Everyone preaches about what we need more of, and it's just them.
What if I
Every
say we
answer
need
is
more
them.
dwarves? Is it okay because I'm very close to them in height? Is it okay if I say we need more dwarves? And
I think you should have been in Snow White. Yes,
I
Like,
would have
you
crushed
could have-
it.
You would have been a better
Yeah.
Snow White, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking one of the dwarves.
Oh, never mind.
I totally could have been dopey. My ears are really
You would've
tiny,
been
but they
better.
could have gave me fake ones and just
Yeah,
would've
and
been
you
better.
like apply prosthetics and like do different hairstyles and stuff, and just have you play all of them.
Yeah. No, I noticed back in the day when they started doing the protests with cars. I think those are stupid, by the way. By you blocking traffic to, protest about global warming.
that's
and
when you get
people
ran
using cars-
over.
No. By you doing that and cars
Wicked's more
idling.
based than I thought.
No. By cars idling, you're
I
actually
was
contributing to
thinking
more
of a
global
joke
warming.
along
Like a
those lines.
Jedi.
But I can't say it. There's no way I
I
can
said
say
it.
it.
I just hate people who are so pro environment and then you question them and you're like, are you doing this? Are you doing this? Are you doing this? Do you travel? Do you go on planes?
You have
If
to keep
do,
up,
then you
Ian.
don't care.
I'm English, not Scottish. This is why we're in the future.
It's almost Christmas. Be nice to Ian. Jedi for 5. There was a Dead or Alive game based around
It
playing
wasn't
volleyball
nice to
too.
me.
That was Well,
There was like, no, respect your brother.
yeah, the Dead or Alive game. Sorry, we're not super behind, but thank you, Jedi. Jadine for $19.99. Twilight is about an over 100-year-old vampire stalking a high school girl. Yeah, it's a high girl, but I know what you mean.
It is
She could have
one-
been high. She was very
It's a story of
I
one
don't know.
girl's indecision between Beastie and Necro.
Oh my God.
yeah.
That's what it
It's
is.
true, though.
Mm.
Holy moly!
I just can't choose. They're both so amazing. Which one do I pick? It's like, you could go with the humans. This is an option. Like, no.
Jim Watari for 10 gifted memberships. Hold on.
Please,
Oh,
Oh
yes.
my-
Oh,
I want
Because I'm worth it.
yeah.
Like, both of you have changed your backgrounds. Mine's no, it's exactly the same.
Mine's Christmassy right now. But thank you so much, Jim. All right. Can I watch this trailer? I mean,
yeah,
I could always edit it out, but I'd like
didn't
to ask
see
if you guys
anything.
know.
I didn't see anything get pulled.
So,
So
what is this movie called again?
It's the 6th something or other.
Hold on, let me see.
The 688.
Oh, it doesn't even say. It just says
it's
ha
a
ha.
horrible title. It's such a horrible title.
So it's about
like-
post women or something?
Male women.
Just watch. We'll just go through the trailer.
Okay, here we
It's
go.
just like,
The
even
less you know, the
looking-
better.
Looking at that, it's just like, oh my god, this is a Netflix production.
Well, this
Everyone's-
makes it look as if it's an alternate history where women fought in World War II. That's what it looks like from this.
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
That's what I would have thought.
Charity Adams. Welcome to the Women's Army Corps.
Delma, my wife and I have been talking about the problems we are having with the male and our soldiers' morale.
Mr.
I
President,
think that's deliberate, where the male, and you're supposed to immediately think the men, because all you've seen so far is like the Women's Army Corps. No, so we're having problem with the male. It's like,
Sorry.
Oh my
Yeah,
That
god.
comment made me laugh.
unironically, that's what it is. That is the very.
They're
apt
making it sound
description.
so epic. Okay.
Yeah.
it is proven to be a logistical nightmare. Even tried the Women's Army Corps. You mean the White Women's Army Corps?
Oh my god.
That's where you fire somebody when they make that kind of comment. You're like, oh, you're a racist. Bye. 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 No, slam the door on it. Yeah.
This is when
bye.
if Disparu was in charge, all these people would be out of jobs.
you would not
You'd be
believe
like,
the things I
"Goodbye."
would fire people
be
for.
taking so many
like
notes.
No, I'd be like, no. No. Bye.
no.
Bye.
All right. Let's do it.
The heroic. Heroic
Heroic
cow-based.
Oh
women,
my
you're
God.
kidding me, right?
These women needed to train to deliver mail.
How based on a true story? Is it just that, yes, women did deliver the mail?
That's it. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's the heroic
It was like,
story.
letters were delivered at some point during the war.
Yeah. Well, Oprah really needs the money. I heard.
Adams, you and the 6th AAA Battalion are headed to Europe.
Oh, there we go. That's where Tyler Perry.
Did you open it? The Postal Battalion? They think
Yeah, but they think it's crap.
will deliver some damn mail.
You know what? I hope that
Come
someone
on.
goes
on.
postal. I hope someone goes postal in this movie.
Postal.
Please. Did anyone play that game? It was so
No.
fun.
Yes, yeah, I know, postal, yeah. But that's the thing, even them are going, what, you want me to deliver the mail? And they're like, no, this is a heroic story. It's like, and they're like, oh, envelopes.
I got the stamps.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Oh,
of them.
by the way, however bad you think this trailer is, the initial trailer on Netflix is what? I've got some screenshots.
Oh, really?
You
Oh my
wouldn't believe the speeches.
Yeah.
We have been on.
Ah, X-Ray's so touched. She's crying. Woman
Oh, no, my
power.
eyes
No, I'm
are-
kidding. I'm
That-
kidding.
that
I'm
just looks like-
kidding.
That just looks like she's doing laundry.
She's tearing up.
I really do like Carrie Washington
I
in
do
that
too.
TV show that she was in before. What was it called?
Oh, where she was like the PR person or something, right? I
Yes.
didn't see it, but I've seen clips of it. The chat will tell us. I liked her in a few things. She's actually
Yeah.
a good actress,
And
but
then
this
to see her in this makes me sad because it's like, well, now she's I'm
scandal.
gonna put her
Thank
in
you,
this
Sean.
list.
Scandal.
Scandal's so word.
No, but this is exactly what I was talking about from before, where it's like, oh, we need more of this in movies. And it's like, that's just because that's you. And then they write this story. It's, oh, well, we need to represent this group. Like, what? Why? Just
Why?
tell a story that people will remember, like, next week. No one, the people that take the piss out of this, it released on the 20th, and then no one's ever going to talk about it again. That's the grand total of what you've created. But they don't care because they got paid.
Ordered to provide hope. The soldiers have not heard from their loved ones, and their loved ones have not heard from them.
I'm a provide hope.
There is no mail, there is low morale.
Based.
6 AAA Battalion!
Well, you need the mail.
March!
Okay, you know what? Male people don't do that. They just
No.
deliver the mail.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
extra.
a pissing envelope. I mean,
Like, why didn't you just have certain soldiers do the mail delivery anyways? Like,
look, this isn't like they're running. They're not running down the trenches along the Somme as they're getting literally battered from artillery on either side. Going,
Yeah, they're
I
making
heard
this
you
the
needed this
army.
mail.
The army does this, not oh, I didn't even click on that. That's kind of funny.
That's
Like-
what I want to see. Yeah,
like,
that
even
just a load of
the-
cooking. That would be like, oh.
even
It'd be
the cook
better.
has to
Yeah.
fight, you know? Like, it makes no
Yeah.
sense that there's a legit battalion of people who deliver mail.
What the thing is, simply because of how humans work, they were like, okay, we need a job for the women to do where they're safe. So because we basically need them to continue the human species. So they started having them doing mail because there was no other people. The men were like out there dying, so they put them in other safe positions that still contributed, which is fine. But don't make a movie about how they're all heroes. It just looks stupid. This is a
Yeah.
parody movie.
I mean, I agree, like with what Ian just said. Like the mail is important, but when they just have soldiers doing it, if it's like a danger, like I don't know why they're making it so epic.
Well, I
They're just-
guarantee you, to the front line, it was men transporting it to the
Oh
front
yeah,
line.
absolutely. Yeah,
Absolutely. It would make
Like-
more sense.
they're not gonna have these women like.
Well,
they're not going to be running down the trenches.
They're
I'm not saying that
civilians.
letters aren't important, but
Oh, no,
it's
no,
not
I don't think
important
anyone's
enough to
saying
have a
that,
movie
but-
about the heroism of the people that put it in a box.
That's what I mean. Like it's little.
now I will say this. Okay. There was a movie I watched on the airplane, The Greatest Beer Run Ever. And I thought, this literally is such a stupid story. Like a guy delivering beers during Vietnam War.
Oh,
And
okay,
it
Ian.
would be a really good, movie because it was a life lesson learned. These girls are just gonna be like, we're amazing. We're gonna go to the trenches and deliver mail because
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
I can
I get-
genuinely understand that if you're in a war, having a letter from like your wife and
No,
kids
Yeah, that's what I'm
actually
saying,
does mean
yeah.
something to you.
Mhm.
But like the hero is the person who's reading the letter they got from their wife and
Nah.
kids before they die,
Yeah.
not the person that delivered the letter halfway so the men could take it the rest of the dangerous bit.
That is a great way to put it, Jadine. Praising the weak only creates more weak.
I
Yeah.
think this literally has a line where it says this Christmas. I think one of them goes the impossible challenge or something like that. I'm just like, you just read an address
You know what?
and put it in a box.
I had a paper route when I was little for a little bit for a mild
Oh.
amount of time. I didn't like it. I know.
Have you got
I know,
a medal?
I
Because
know.
I think we need to provide you a trophy.
Somebody.
I need a mail medal. A medal of mail.
I was such a strong
You've already
woman.
got Mark. He's your male.
He's a whole big piece of metal.
It's true.
They did not send
It-
us because
can't-
they don't.
Oh. You
What?
can't have them doing this because it comes as cross as if they're cosplaying as
Female.
soldiers.
I
It's
know.
literally, we're marching in formation as we go to the toilet. It's like, oh, piss off.
But like, why would you need to march in formation when you actually don't even work together as male women
They're
or
not part
whatever?
of the pissing army.
That's the
But
crazy
also, when you
part.
have different routes, like she just said, you're not you know,
together. Like, what's wrong?
But
Like, what?
shouldn't they be on their own, delivering their own route? Or, like, this
Exactly.
is the height of inefficiency if every single post woman does the exact same route at the same time. So we've got
But
a
yeah,
neck
we
to
just
reach.
all go as a unit to go deliver all the mail all together.
We could do it. We are here because they are sure we cannot.
The impossible! Faced
almost
with the
came.
impossible! Oh,
This Drew's losing
nobody
it.
thought that we could read a letter. We're gonna
guys,
prove them
this
wrong.
is equality, guys. The mail would never have delivered if it wasn't for these women of color.
Actually,
Actually, the
your run
intro
was
is
based on a
worse.
true story. Thank you for the 49.
But it was, but it also was a good movie, and I mean, it was such a sweet idea of the.
Something happened.
Yeah, sorry. Something totally just fell.
Scared. I seen the scaredness in your face. Like, what just happened? The ghost.
I'm so sorry. What was I talking about? Oh, it was such a sweet story. The Greatest Beer one. The guy wanted to just deliver American beer to his friends that was in the army because he didn't go to fight during the war.
There are
Mail
stories
on
you can do this. What is it? Good Morning Vietnam is just a story about a guy on a radio in Vietnam. And you can make stories about the war which aren't about the soldiers fighting, but don't pretend that you're doing an impossible challenge and hype it up with epic music when what you're doing is licking an envelope.
Yep. Well, let's get through that. Let's finish this. I'm done.
Making a shack a home. We are at war, and when you are at war, you make do.
History. Look, they put it in a box.
Mail. Like, sort it.
Like, you didn't even throw it to do it quickly. It was like, no, I'm going to do it as slow as possible. This matters.
Need
Some
overtime.
other folks here, we have the most to prove. Now is where you
Okay, why are they showing this? They did not go on the front line. I don't
No,
care.
of
Like,
course
come
they
on.
didn't.
Why are they showing this? They were civilians. They would not have a civilian.
Maybe one of them tried to fly the plane and they started crashing it into the ground.
Don't
It's
let
like,
women
I've got an
fly.
idea to deliver it fast. Boom! It's like, yeah, don't let any of them do it again. No.
I just think this is such
Tyler
a
Perry needs to stick to
ridiculous story.
Medea. Okay? Stick to Medea, Tyler. Okay?
show the proof. This is our mission.
Mission. Your mission
Your
is
job.
to deliver the mail. I mean,
It's your job.
seriously.
Guys, it's my mission to give you guys a good stream. It's my one and only mission tonight.
Now, I have shared what was the Netflix picture.
Godspeed, X-ray.
Thank you. It's an impossible job, okay? It's impossible.
Well, this premiered on Netflix, and whenever you click on a Netflix thing, it plays a bit of the movie. So these are just some of the lines that it plays from the intro that it's like, this will get them to watch the Netflix thing. But you need to share it.
Oh, sorry. Here.
So for this, she says, you gave us this place to turn into a barracks with no bed and no help. I said, wait, this is already out. Our war starts with being the Spanish word for black. And someone said, can you screenshot that for us? And so, that's what I did. Why is it taking me here?
You want me to unshare and you find it?
Apparently, the way Twitter works is it randomly changes things for, so I can't show two tweets at the same time for some reason. Even though it's the same tab.
Weird.
So, can you see that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Only to be asked if they have tails under their skirts after midnight. And she's ranting at him during this entire thing about how the people talk to her. And like, how based on a true story is this? Exactly. But then you get the next
Embellishing.
one. It is, now I know we are fighting a war, but our war starts with being the Spanish word for black, which I'm not even sure if I can say because I'm British and I don't understand. All I'm saying is that she is ranting at him during this entire thing. It is one long speech putting this guy down about how horrible he is, how horrible the army is, and how tough they have it. And she thinks that this is the correct response to delivering the mail.
Then don't do that as a job. Go get another job.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, go away.
Well, I mean,
Anyways,
it is the army, so they probably got put there.
but it's
but
not the army. They're not the army. They would not have been put into that situation specifically unless they trained to be in there.
They would have been in the back lines.
Yeah, in World War II or World War One, were there actually females in like front lines in those jobs? Besides, like
even now there are not women in the front lines. We don't put them in that. Partly just because they would do a worse job, but also because men can't cope with it. Basically, there's loads of stories where if a man can see like his best friend get shot and he can just leave him behind. If the moment a woman gets done, everything focuses on saving her, and so it actually makes the military worse as a whole because it's just not the way people set up. But there were women that did like dangerous things in the war, but they were in things like the ammunition factories and stuff, which were horrible conditions using explosive ammunition and stuff.
Oh, I heard about that they helped with ammunition.
Who's Kier?
Mm.
Who's Kier?
He's our leader in the UK.
Ah,
2-tier here.
okay.
Yeah. I don't believe that, at least in that time period, that they're portraying. Like they're not part of the army in that sense. They didn't do the basic training, all of that, and they're acting as if they did
It's like
with
if
the
you want to make
marching.
you want to make a movie about delivering the mail, whatever. But it's the
Whatever.
over-the-top exaggeration of this is an impossible mission that's even more important than we're delivering hope. We're risking our lives, and then it just cuts to them just putting envelopes in a box. Like this is
So
actually the
I just want
Scary.
the addition to the front line and the actual war going on.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they're not there.
There's
So
planes coming down. It's like, yeah, she's definitely driving that one. This is it's like Top Gun Maverick, where she gets behind enemy lines, but it's her own fault. It's like, I got lost. I don't know where I'm going. Like all the mail's burned. So she's trapped in Berlin, and like, are you supposed to be here?
Oh my god! Imagine.
Goodness. All right, I'm gonna get
I think we should watch it just for fun. All right, when is it out?
Oh
Or
no,
is it-
I'm thinking of reviewing
This
it. I'm at least going through. I'm at least doing
this
a
was
review
like,
of
oh
the
no, it's
trailers.
horrible. Of course I'm gonna watch it.
Yes. Yeah. There's a few
my
things
gosh.
because there's going to be like no news, no information, no new release. Well, there'll be some new releases, but there's not really going to be any Hollywood stuff over like the Christmas period. So I'm like, I can probably just review a load of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what? There's Lindsay Lohan has a new Christmas movie on Netflix. Watch that and review it. Tell us what you think.
I probably would like it. Like Christmas Christmas movies
sounds
are
like a
supposed to be cheesy, and horrible.
I don't like the I'm not into the whole Hallmark stuff, but I guess it's kind of like that. It just like the production's better. I watched it. It's girly, but that's why I wanted Disprue to watch it so you can rip it
Pure
apart.
well reviewed. That I watched 3 Lindsay Lohan Netflix movies. 2 are incredible. One is yikes.
Yeah, and Lindsay Lohan did have a big glow up. She looks better now. She looks, healthy, sober, and she did a decent job on this newest movie that she just released. So, probably good for her. Jason Webster with the Australian too. Cousin Eddie, Merry Christmas. Shooter was full. I wish Disprue knew the reference, but I'm the only one on the panel that watched Christmas Vacation. I'm so sad.
I understand that some people may struggle with this, but there's like a lever on one side that if you push it, it clears itself.
No, so Cousin Eddie is like the redneck. We'll just leave it at that. And he parked
That's
his
why I gave
trailer.
instructions that Camelot could understand.
He parked his trailer outside their house, and he emptied out all the poop and stuff into the what do you call it? Like where the
he
water
said
drains on
stuff.
the street. The water drains on the street and stuff, like into there, and you can't do that. He emptied all their like goop in there, and then he was like, "Shooter was full." That's a Christmas Vacation thing. And then Clark is like, "If anyone lights a match next to that, it's gonna explode."
Boom. No.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys gotta watch Christmas Vacation. The sewers,
One day.
sewers, the storm drain. Yes, thank you guys.
I'm far more likely to watch Red One.
Which one's that one again?
The one with The Rock and Chris Evans was released this year.
I think no, I haven't watched it.
Oh yeah, I think
Now,
it's on
it was
Prime.
briefly at the cinema, and then just it was a streaming movie that they briefly put in the cinema, basically.
Yeah, the septic tank into the sewers. Thank you.
Mhm.
That's what it was. Andrew, thank you for the
The
5.
translation to normal.
Yeah, thanks. Sexy Santa Wicked, can you give Disparu 3 Ghosts of Christmas and Sydney Sweeney for Christmas? He needs to get in the Christmas spirit.
Oh, I'm sure Disparu would love
3
to
Ghosts
get a
and Sydney Sweeney. Would anyone be paying attention to the 3 Ghosts of Christmas? Be like, no, I need you to look at my past. It's like, what?
He's just like,
Well,
no, what?
hi,
Sorry.
I sorry. And then he's getting mesmerized again. He's like, I need you to look at the future. It's, what? This is like when people go, Sydney Sweeney is mid. Nobody knows. Nobody has ever looked at her face long enough to judge.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I think she looks better than Taylor Swift at the very least.
yeah.
2 reasons.
Disparu's like, can't argue with that.
Yep. She is probably the greatest mystery of our time, Taylor Swift. I think it's just because she sings about her depression, SSRIs, and breakups. And like, mom, they're like, that's me. That's just what it is.
That's the thing. They love the breakup songs. They love that she takes the quote power from the man when she leaves them, and takes inspiration from it.
But
And
they seem to know. Like all the stuff with I don't know who he was, as I don't follow American sports either. But she was with some kind of American sports guy, and there were all rumors about how it was all fake and it was a contract. And like, actually, I could see that, because if your entire career revolves around your relationships, you actually can't have a stable one because people will get bored. So that means you would need a private stable one that nobody knows about, and then a public fake one that you can keep recycling and destroying all the time to actually keep building new albums around. So it does make sense. But the fact that her fans came up with that as a theory, because it wasn't the people that didn't like, no one else cares about Taylor Swift. So her fans realize what the scam is, if it is like that, and yet still like relate to it anyway. It's weird. I would love to know the percentage of Taylor Swift's audience which is like happily married for multiple years. Like, how many of them have kids and are happily married? Food for thought.
That would be a very interesting survey to see, because just hearing at least people's like reports from Taylor Swift concerts, it's mostly a range of like teenagers to middle-aged women.
Yeah, they do things like they make like friendship bracelets and stuff, and I'm like, that's she's like 36, isn't she?
It is
in her like
impressive what she's
mid-30s, right?
done. Being able to get like teenagers to people like 35 and 40 in one demographic is quite impressive as it is. So I'm not having to go at her as like her career. I'm not sure that's the best thing for the world.
Oh, were you asking her boyfriend's name from her football?
Well, Travis Kelce, I've heard that name. Yeah, it was more that I didn't know them. So if I don't know something, I just give descriptions. I remember most things by descriptions. I just knew it was like a football star who was quite well known, and people were saying it was fake and stuff.
Chiefs. Oh yeah.
And there are weird clips where like he like hover hands his own girlfriend, which is bizarre, and he's like doesn't know how to grab her and stuff.
Reeves?
No. There's pictures where like they don't know the camera's on them, but they're probably cameras on them all the time, and like he won't just like grab her as if he does it all the time. There's like he goes to like touch, and then he's like no, and then he kind of like doesn't know where on her to touch, and he like
pats her on the head. They're there.
This is awkward.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm not sure whether I can do this to you, which doesn't come across as like boyfriend and girlfriend for many months. See, now I'm getting involved in Taylor Swift conspiracy.
Well, you know what? That's the perfect time to get the super chats, and then we'll switch over to something more manly, like Superman.
I love that Disparu is just into it. He's just like, I'm ready to talk about this.
There's like the most random topic. If you give him a little bit of information, he's gonna be like, but why? I need more details, and he's gonna dive into it.
I know a lot about I know a little about many things. But I could probably engage in like most topics.
Ken, thank you for the
when you two started talking about dresses, I was like, oh god.
That's when he's out.
I've got this dress coming. We can twin. I'm like, this is my idea of hell.
Merry Christmas, lovely ladies, Wicked and X-Ray, and the handsome Disparu. Thank you, Ken.
This is like when I had a Rudai earlier going. He was playing the goth girl, and she'd literally shot me with a crossbow. He almost one-shot my character to death in the game, and then I think Sevi ran up and was like, "You're shooting our friend. He doesn't even mean anything." It's like, what? That rugged, handsome guy over there? And Dory's like, "What, me?" And then everyone else on the game was like, "What, him?" I think my description of Dorian was his clothes were as ragged as his mental state.
Oh.
No, he's completely insane. Dorian as a character. Really fun to play.
Razor Burn for 2. Merry Christmas. X-Ray, say hi to your dad, Alan.
I will. Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Is it weird that I read his last name is not gonna lie?
No,
the exclamation mark looked like an L.
I've done that, yeah. Mentrix, thank you for the New Zealand 10. What happens if someone hits you at high frequency? It hurts.
Oh my god.
Hey, I like that one.
I like
that
was
good.
No,
that was good.
That's simultaneously smart enough that I can appreciate it for the effort, but it's still cringy.
Oh no.
It's not like smart enough that I'm like, oh, I wish that worked. It was like, oh no, but I also can't insult it because it is smart.
Andrew Matthews for £5. Disparu, watch the DOA film. It's cheesy, bad, and fun. You will love it.
I actually don't know whether I've seen that. Hang on. Well, you don't have to. Hang on, I'll look it up.
Okay. Eric Heffelfinger for $5. I like Taylor Swift because of the AI football team photos. Mark a Reality for 10.
Are those
if you
the
have,
kind of photos that I think they're the kind
yeah,
of
the bad ones. If you
Okay.
have free speech, you also have the freedom to not listen to other speech. Blocking traffic is forcing others to listen to you, which
Wait,
is
this
wrong.
was
If you
a
get run over, it's
singer.
your fault. See, Mark, it's what I was saying. It's true, though. Neanderthal 2020 for 20.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I think I've seen this, but I can't. I remember one of the actresses because I think she was a singer.
Alani, thank you for the 10. This movie
Holly
would make...
Valance.
What?
The Dead or Alive movie has Holly Valance in it, which was a singer from over here.
Oh,
She made
that's
like
just like
one pop song, and I never saw her again. And then she was in this, and I think I've seen this, but if just because I remember the scene from this trailer with her in. But hey, the posters make it look like a good movie.
This movie would make more sense if it was a doc about the history of sustainment brigades and how they support the grunts on the front lines. In a current day army, the shitbags aren't sent to mailroom. Yeah.
Or if it's just like a load of midwives.
Midwives?
Oh my god.
But you're right. That would make more
Like,
sense.
we need this is for the war effort. We need to usher in the next generation of soldiers.
She's Australian, Ian says. Disparu. The girl you were just talking about.
Holly Valance. Yeah, but she was a singer over here. I remember as a teen.
Oh, you just mean she sang?
No,
in
we
the
did
UK?
have. There was when I was a kid. We had a lot of kind of Aussies coming over here. We had like Neighbours shown as a TV series that I used to watch all the time. I remember. I keep thinking. My brain went Pond Scum. It's like no, I think it was called Toadfish, but my brain went Pond Scum. Yeah, so I think we had a lot of Aussie kind of influence in the UK at that time.
Jadine for 1999. No wonder Disparu became a lesbian. He has watched so much woke trash. It's like, yeah.
All I'm saying is woke stuff does get more entertaining when you start shipping everybody. Not the ones they expect, but if you're like, oh, I think Sauron should just get with like Alrond, and then they do it, it's way funnier. Because you also get to take the piss out of Alrond having a Galadriel going, he wanted you to ride her to victory. I'm like, yes.
Yes. This is great entertainment. Lone Wolf for 10. Disprove the best part of the Christmas Vacation movie. The cat was chewing on the Christmas tree lights. Zap. Oh yeah.
Based.
You would like that.
Yeah.
There's a squirrel in it too. Ian, thank you
The
for the 50.
squirrel's too intelligent to do that though.
No,
He'd be after
squirrel
their
doesn't
nuts
do that.
instead.
Yeah. It's true.
I'm surprised the
Just
squirrels
watch.
haven't invaded your house. They're like, we
Ian,
want the eggnog.
Thank you for the 50 pounds. This brew gets robbed by Catwoman and is asked if he remembers them dressed like a cat. Was she? She was a double D, I think.
Oh my god.
I was like, I could
It's true. It's funny because it's
I
true.
could describe what she was wearing, but only like the material. Like,
He'd be
well,
like,
it
she was
was
out
a
to, like,
figure hugging
hair,
catsuit. So.
Oh my gosh. Draven, thank you for the 2. A great film is a Goofy movie. I love a Goofy movie. That's an underrated Disney
It's been
classic.
a long time since I watched that.
Oh, I love it. The soundtrack. Yes. Powerline. We were supposed to get or at least they should have given us an album. But anyways, moving on. Yeah, that's a great movie. Let's talk about. So we can't show the Superman trailer, but it did drop.
You can like pan through the images, just don't play it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what then? Okay, you know what? Let me pull that up. Then I had like this article, but let me get the actual Superman trailer. I think I put it in the Saucy chat. So, yeah, I did.
I feel like this is like the biggest news for people who are like, you know, comic book nerds.
Yeah, you know who would have been good? Like, we should have sent the link to Lee for just this little segment here because he's the Superman guy. We talked about it on our Sunday stream though. He's got his thoughts on it. I'm gonna click on it. There it goes. Okay. I'll keep it muted and we'll just pan through it a little bit. So my thoughts on it, I won't share the audio. Um, so I like that his suit is like colorful. That's one plus I'll say
Don't
about
play it. Don't play it. What are you doing? Don't play it.
do it like this, you mean, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Keeps playing. I'm trying to pause it. Stop it. You know what? I'm gonna pull up pictures. Hold on. There was pictures in a tweet. I'm just gonna pull it
Okay.
up.
Okay.
Because it keeps playing. I should have pulled it up on YouTube so I could actually pause it, but Twitter just keeps showing it.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that was just the pre-teaser trailer, and we saw a lot of like crowd scenes, and then Superman flying up into the sky, and it's like get ready, essentially. And in my opinion,
we go.
I thought it was a nice little tease. You know, at the beginning of the week, it was the poster, with the music. It was pretty like it was cool to see a moving poster, and then going into this pre-teaser trailer, and now this, I guess we're going to talk about the trailer.
Yeah.
I liked what I saw, but this is normie perspective entirely. I am excited to see him do the hero's journey, essentially. In what order, I have no idea, but to see him go into a fight, get beaten to a pulp, and then come back is what I'm getting. I want to know what he's fighting.
Yeah, that's a big thing because he's unbreakable unless, it's obviously going to be something to do with kryptonite. So I mean, I'm guessing, I don't know. So
But yeah, I mean, even in the original Superman films, remember he got defeated by a machine that was specifically made to defeat him, and then he came back with some goo that destroyed it. Like,
yeah,
it's just a writing. Like, anime has always had really ridiculously OP heroes. There was one, something about a demon king, and basically he was the most powerful demon to have ever lived, and he came back, and everyone else was really weak. And so he literally could annihilate anyone he wanted, but they still wrote in ways where he'd struggle. And most of them were like mental challenges, or they put in danger somebody that he wanted specifically to counter his abilities so that he couldn't just destroy them. It really is a writing issue with that kind of thing.
Yeah. So we didn't see a lot for me to be like, this is going to be great. This is going to be horrible. I'm going to be hopefully optimistic about it. I like the suit, and it gives like a feel that like it actually was, his mom usually is the one that makes it for him, right? So kind of like a homemade feel. It's bright and colorful. I like that. I
don't like that bit.
I like Rachel Brosnahan. I always say her last name wrong, but I think she's going to do a good job as Lois, as long as the writing's there. She was in Marvelous Miss Maisel, and that's where I get the, seeing her act, and she has that like attitude and just like, the flair that goes well with Lois Lane. I know there's different like versions of Crypto, but he looks kind of puny. I feel like they should have gotten maybe like a bigger
I
dog.
didn't like the type of dog, the breed of dog that they got.
Yeah.
What's
but
the breed
I don't know whether it's
typically?
canonical or
Let's
not, because I
see.
don't know the dog of, like, I don't know what he's meant to look like. I just don't think that really kind of
Do you
fits.
think
a
you
super
wanted
dog
more
kind
of a
style.
like a larger dog, like a
like if you want something, if you think of dogs that are like really kind of strong and powerful, things like Alsatians or Golden Retrievers, like intelligent kind of breeds. Whereas that comes across to me as like a bit
Cutesy.
dopey. They've done it for cutesiness. They want it to sell as merch.
oh,
Yeah,
it was
I
a
said that too.
Labrador.
It's gonna be
Okay.
a Grogu, another Grogu thing, right? A cute little. There's gonna be a bunch of Crypto plushies that everyone's gonna go crazy over, old kids and stuff. So
I think a Labrador would have been so adorable. Like, who doesn't like Labradors? What the heck?
There are some dogs that we
Yeah.
use for their intelligence, and some dogs we use for their aggression and that kind of thing.
yeah,
I would
he's
have used
cute,
one.
but
Like, police dogs are renowned for like both intelligence and aggression. You've got like the seeing eye dogs, which I think are normally like golden retrievers, which are just really smart.
Yeah.
those kind of things.
I do think that the suit is fitted for the actor.
Oh, was it?
I don't like the way the suit looks on him.
Nope.
No.
James Gunn did say the reason he put a dog in the movie is just because of the bond he has with his dog, and so he wanted to put a dog in the movie. Which I'm not sure was the best reason to add something, but I'm not saying it doesn't work, because people are really attached to their dogs, and so as long as you play it right, you can play off that kind of connection.
Yeah, that's a good point. Probably good at taking instructions. I mean, you can find a bigger dog that is as well, but whatever. Like it's a couple nitpicky things. I don't think it looks great. I don't think it looks awful. A couple of fans I know aren't very impressed with it, but I'm not. I'm not a big Superman fan, but I don't go like all the way back, like reading the comics. I mean, I wasn't even alive yet, but I'm. We'll see what happens. I also wasn't like Henry was a good Superman, but I'm not a big like Henry fan.
I would prefer them to have kept him.
Me
Yeah,
too.
he has the look, and he was a good Superman. I didn't like Amy Adams' Lois Lane though. I don't know why they went with her for Lois Lane. They didn't even have.
I don't
good
like
chemistry.
this Lois Lane either. Well, if we're going in there, so.
No,
It's
I
like-
think she
It's
looks
like,
the part
oh,
more
you
than
came from another
Amy.
planet and you chose that as Lois Lane. It's like, right. Okay.
Who would
I think
you
she's-
have wanted as Lois Lane then, Disbrew?
Well, it's the same thing as gaming. I think Lois Lane should be really attractive. I like this is literally Superman. He is like if you want to be like status makes people attractive, and you're obviously be like, well, he's Superman, so therefore he should be attractive as well. He should basically be able to choose whoever he wants. Every woman wants to get with Superman. It's the whole thing. It's a bit like Bond. Every man wants to be him. Every woman wants to be with him. And I think you get the same thing with Superman. And so you should have somebody who is absolutely stunning as Lois Lane. Because I think Lois Lane is almost kind of meant to be peak woman in a way, because she's incredibly successful and she'd be attractive. She's intelligent, she's smart, she's also brave, she will go and investigate kind of things. There's that kind of image. And I think we've got the kind of Taylor Swift of Lois Lane.
This one? Oh, well, I don't know. We'll see. I like her. I don't think she's like an.
Like,
an
I'm not saying
ugly-
she's not successful. I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, this is what I was actually going to bring up. The Superman trailer launches to over 250 million views, the most viewed trailer in the history of both DC and Warner Brothers. Because this is setting the bar for Gunn's DC universe. If this fails, people aren't going to care about what comes next. This has to be really good for people to care about what else he does. If he screws this up, I don't know. I feel like that's just putting the nail in the coffin for his universe, because people are tired of these crappy superhero movies.
I do wonder how many of the views just come because it's a Superman movie and everybody knows Superman. Everyone knows Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman.
Yeah, I would say
Spider-Man.
Superman and Batman are probably the most popular.
Yeah, and there's
heroes
like
that
Iron
are-
Man
yeah.
now. They've managed to elevate Iron Man into that kind of status. Captain America. There's some big names where I'm like, I think their trailers would kind of pull these numbers. It was just, for me, it felt like a showcase. It was almost like if you had a store and you wanted to show all of your items and be like, this is what we've got in the store, come and visit us. It's that kind of trailer. It was just flashes of things that we've got. And it wasn't creating... I don't know anything more about the movie now than I did before. And that's my main problem. Nothing about the movie makes me want to go and see it, because I don't feel like I know anything more about it, how it is, what the story is. I just know the characters in it. I know some of the shots. And I'm not... Some people get really involved in the whole, like, the color scheme of something or how it's framed and stuff. I'm not that kind of person. So I didn't feel like there was much in there for me to hold on to.
I guess like I feel like I'm the opposite of you. I feel like with a lot of trailers, there's almost too much stuff that's being told, like the entire story. And so I kind of like having this more mystery, little bits unfolding as more information's coming out. And I'm genuinely curious more to see because of the clips that were shown in the trailer.
When
But
I'm really excited for a movie these days, I mean, I know we got to watch some stuff for Saucy, but sometimes I just won't. Like, if there's something that's going to come out that I'm super excited for and they release more than one trailer, I'm not watching more than one trailer because I want to be surprised. Like, they could have even kept Crypto out of the trailer and had it be a nice little surprise, like, oh, they put crypto in here. I mean, it's not that bad, but some people, it would have been like little things like that would have been a nice surprise, but they didn't give away too much. I know Disparu doesn't mind getting like spoilers.
Well, no,
But
it's not. No, I
do.
do mind
I do
spoilers,
too.
and I've heard X-rays, and it sounds like you agree
I'm
with
like-
X-ray Wicked kind of point of view. And it seemed like most of F&T were also the same kind of thing. What kind of united everybody, because I also agree with the statement, was the 28 Years Later trailer, where I also felt like I knew what was gonna, like, I had enough to make me interested, while also it built the tone. And I kind of want both. And
He
I can
wants it all.
understand some people. No, I can understand some people like, I don't want any of the story, but I want the setup. I want to know basically the intro to the movie.
You want something that's going to pull you in, but not give away too much.
Not the entire film. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I actually don't have a problem with the Terminator 2 trailer, but I can understand that other people have a problem with the Terminator 2 trailer, where it even showed you the reveal of the Terminator. Like, oh my god, this is the different one coming in. But I like the more classical trailers where it's like, it has like the narration and it tells you the start and it sets up the problem that he's got to face. And so, you know, from that I can tell whether because I think one of the worst things you can do is go to the cinema, buy a ticket, and then come out disappointed.
Yeah.
And so if you know the intro and the setup, you know what you're going to get going in, and I think that's a good thing to sell people. Rather than just a tone where the plot could be crap. Because we don't know anything about this movie plot-wise.
We don't even know who the big bad is. There's multiple villains.
Yeah. And so for me, when it was like
what?
a showcase of, this is every character we've got in here, I'm like, it just seemed a bit busy to me. And I would rather it focused on Superman and the sort of set up the problem he's facing.
Yeah, there's going to be another trailer. Most likely, this was like a teaser one, right?
Oh yeah. And
Real
you can
quick,
definitely do different types for different people. So you could have like X-rays, one like this where it doesn't tell you anything, and then more detailed one.
Sorry. Okay, listen. I love Nathan Fillion. I don't know much about Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. I don't know much about I don't know much about Green Lantern, period. But the Guy Gardner one, no. The one I know more about is, oh my gosh, what's his name? The one that they use most of the time. That Ryan Reynolds played that one. If someone in the chat could help me out. But
this is one of the situations where sticking to the source material may be a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, a good point. This was actually a point that Lee made when we were playing last week, talking about this. Yeah, Hal Jordan. Thank you, Mr. Dro. That's the one that I'm more familiar with. So you think of like Wolverine when he first came out. They stayed true to the comic, but they weren't too crazy with, like, in the comic, his hair is like really just like out there. But to make it look a bit more realistic and not campy and silly, they toned it down. So they should have done that
if
with
Wolverine
him.
was a 5-foot midget, it would look stupid.
Exactly. They toned it down, but they still stayed true to the source material, but they made it more realistic for real life, not a comic book. I love Nathan Fillion.
I'm sure if you gave Gary's wife this hairstyle, she could make it look similar but still good.
Exactly.
And I think that's the thing. You can keep the style of the character, and I think we saw this. We see many live people are like, oh my god, you shouldn't live adapt some anime or whatever because it just doesn't work. I'm like, no, there's a way you can make it work. But there's like a translation layer, and we've got to a point where it's like, I don't want you to change anything because you're awful. You're awful at your job and you will ruin it. And so people are like, no, I want the source material or nothing. It's like, there is actually a middle ground, but it's when it's adapted by talented people.
This is all I see, though. No.
Can I show you what I see?
Let me do
like
it.
The Addams Family guy or the Monsters or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Herman Monster,
Uncle
is it?
Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester, there you go. That also works. It is surprising how many people had this kind of hairstyle, to be honest.
So I'm saying, like, I feel like they did my boy Nathan dirty. I love Nathan Fillion. But
oh, he's great. Like, no one is going to complain about, like, Serenity. Like,
no.
Probably the best thing he's ever done.
He was great in Buffy, too. Just Bruno's. He was scary in Buffy. Very dark.
No, I actually I can't remember. Where was he about in Buffy?
He was don't worry, not giving anything away extra. He near the end, he was that the preacher or the priest, Xander.
Oh, well, I think I do remember that slightly, like vaguely. When anything with Buffy with me, it's
just all
literally
blends
going back like
together.
20 years.
Yeah.
Angel I've watched more recently.
Yeah. So yeah, they did.
Wait, how are you still like? I can't spoil this for X-Ray. Have you still not gone through Buffy yet? How long have
No,
you
she
had?
hasn't.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, but it's been like I remember like months ago we weren't spoiling Buffy for you. I was like, hang on. If you're doing a rewatch, you should be finished by now.
Well, I haven't started it. That's the problem. I need a DVD player here. I need to go get my PS5.
You need a DVD. Oh my god! I think my brain had a seizure. I think my brain literally had a seizure at the girl logic. My brain was like, "No, I can't compute that."
He only
just watch it online.
Where do I watch it online?
If you have a Hulu account.
Oh my god! If that was the only thing, I could have solved that problem many moons ago.
Oh my god, guys! I don't internet well. Okay.
This is the reason people come to me for tech support.
Okay, Disbrew, can you help me find some Buffy episodes? Thank you.
Yeah. This is for you, Disbrew.
Absolutely legally.
Thank you.
Google it.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what I meant when I said, judging from this trailer, I've seen it because I remember the scene, but I don't remember the movie. The interesting part about it is, it did terribly on Rotten Tomatoes, right? 45 critic reviews, 33%. 36% audience reviews. But then, like, hang on, this has 250,000 plus ratings. People watched it and thought it was crap, but they did watch it. They saw the posters and the marketing, were like, I need to see this.
Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. Spoiler alert, 28
money.
years later is the same as 28 years earlier. Ian, now you ruined it for everybody.
What? How dare you? Now I can't watch the movie because of you.
So what is our general take on the Superman trailer? I'm like in the middle. Like I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about it. I would like for it to be good. And I do really think that this is going to set the bar for Gunn's DC universe. People love Superman. If he screws up Superman, it's not going to be looking good for him in the future.
Well, and on top of that, it's kind of the last possible good superhero movie. It feels like it probably
No,
is.
this was said on FNT, and I don't think it. I think people will perceive it as like the last hope for superheroes, but I think if that passes by, they'll just default to, well, Robert Downey Jr. is in this, and they'll just focus on that movie and be, well, this is the last chance. So I don't.
But like,
I think it's more important for James Gunn than superheroes.
Because I mean, every superhero movie kind of flopped in the last few years.
Basically. Yeah.
Like Guardians kind of did well.
Basically, the Guardians 3 was just like everyone was like, "Oh, it was better than 2," but it wasn't better than 1.
Yeah,
so it was in the middle.
Depends what you're asking as well, because you have like public sentiment where it's like, compared to profitability, and we've now reached a low point where people are like, well, it broke even.
Oh yeah, Deadpool. That's true. Deadpool did well, but it was like,
that did really well. Yes,
yeah.
But apart from that.
But also, this is different because this is
a form where movies are made just normally in this new world, and to see it hopefully do well or not, I don't know if what people are rooting for. I want to find good movies. That's really it. I don't care if it's Superman or if it's whatever that male woman movie is. If that ended up being a good movie, great, but not from that trailer. God dang it. I just want
I thought you liked the trailer. The way you were defending it, saying you didn't want any of the story and stuff, I assumed you liked it.
I like the Superman trailer. I want to see it. I want it to be good.
I'm going to go to theaters to see that one.
No, I'm not saying whether you want it to be good. Did you think the trailer was good?
Oh, yeah. I liked it. It
because the way you're talking doesn't come across as like.
No, I'm just, it's that cautious part.
Yeah.
It's that cautious part where it's like, don't put all your hope in it, because
don't get too excited.
I also really I find if people say a movie is really bad, I have low expectations and I actually enjoy it way more. The bad
yes,
movie.
manage your expectations. Yes, manage
That's
your
how-
expectations.
that's how I
keep
am
it
with-
like that.
with everything lately. So with this, it's like if it turns out bad, I won't be surprised, and if it's good, I'll be surprised, but in a good way. Like, yes, I want it to be good, but if it's bad, I'm not going to be like, oh man, I had high hopes. I thought it was good. No, I'm staying in the middle. The trailer was all right. I wasn't blown away by it. There were parts of it that I liked, and parts that were just kind of like whatever. But again, it was what 60 seconds, whatever, 90 seconds. It was very
Well,
short.
no, that was
so.
the thing. It was quite a long trailer. It was like 2 minutes 30.
Was
I
it?
expect to see more of a movie in 2 minutes 30. And it's not. I consider it
Oh,
like
sorry,
the
I'm thinking
type
of the teaser. You're right. The trailer itself. was
I
longer.
consider it like the type of modern movie trailer which doesn't tell you anything about the movie, which I don't like modern movie trailers. And so this isn't really me even talking about the movie. So I don't like that type of trailer where you just go, we've got this character and this character, and I don't care about any of these. I don't know these characters. I don't know which character. I actually do know Nathan Fillion's character, but I don't know him from that look in the thing. I only know him from other like movies and stuff because that's where my knowledge comes from, the modern movies. I am complete normie about any of this kind of stuff. And so I just saw it as like a showcase of scenes, which didn't make me feel any kind of way, didn't give me any kind of style of the story or the emotional arc that you're going to start with or anything. You can start with him being beaten up, but my question is sort of like, yeah, but why though? And so I kind of ended the trailer the same way I went in. It's like, I don't know anything about this movie. And I think if you'd gone in with Henry Cavill, I'd have more faith because I like him as Superman. But with this guy, I'm like, well, no, you have to prove something to me.
Yeah.
And this trailer didn't prove anything to me as him. I saw nothing. And so I did disagree on F&T about some of the moments, like when the can hit him in the face. I'm like, no, I can understand in the scene kind of what the emotion of what they're going for. Like, it is like, no, I'm protecting all of you people. And so you turning against me makes me like flinch back rather than the actual can.
Yeah.
But that's kind of me also playing devil's advocate because I don't know that because you haven't shown me anything. And so I can't, like, it's like, well, this is a nothing to me in a way. And it doesn't really, the trailer didn't make me feel anything. And if I'm supposed to feel that Superman is hope, that's not what I got. And his comments, I don't know if you have his comments available, where he's on about this is a beaten up country and stuff.
Oh yeah. I'll get it. I did see it. I'll look. Go ahead. Keep going.
That kind of stuff for me. I can see where you're going, but I don't trust you to judge that correctly.
Yeah. That's a perfect way to
I'm
put
British.
it.
Me talking about what America is will always come across as, oh, you just don't know what you know about us. But I also think in the same way that Americans can probably judge what Britishness is more than I can, because you see it because it's different. And I live in it, so it's harder for me to define. And the more I've spent in streams with Americans, the more I've realized that Britain and America are very different countries with very different cultures, even if they appear the same or like evolve from the same origins. And so when you're like, our country is beat up, I'm like, hang on, who though? Because he starts talking about two sides of America. There are not two sides of America. America is a very specific thing that exists, which has a history going back to its creation and a very specific set of principles that you literally wrote down and have noted down, which then comes from centuries-old tradition of English common law. And so there is only one America and there's one side of America. And if it's beaten up, it's because a different side is beating it up. And you're like, no, two sides. Like, no, one side is supporting America, the other side is beating America up. And I don't think you can tell that story. If you're aiming to tell a story which unites both sides, I'm not sure you can do it unless you say one side needs to change. And I don't think that he's going to be able to tell that story. And so saying that in an interview, I actually think is a bad decision. And I think you would be better off staying out of it. If you want to remain neutral, do not bring the real world into it at all, because otherwise you have to pick a side. And it doesn't sound like he's willing to.
Yeah, no, and you shouldn't. I mean, just like you said, don't bring it up if you're not going to pick a side. And I think it's smart not to, because then you alienate one side of your fan base, whether you hate a certain side or not. If you're in, especially like a celebrity or director, I think it's best to just keep your beliefs to yourself if you actually care about the art that you're making, because there's
Yeah,
what
put the
people that say,
messages
like,
in and then let people decipher them.
yeah,
And
exactly.
be
Don't
like,
say
well, I
like,
don't
hey,
know. Look,
Vague
people can
and
interpret it however they
ambiguous.
want.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
then you're just preaching towards people if you are telling people how they should think.
Yeah. And we're tired of it. Most people are
Uh,
tired of that. Like, look what happened to The Boys. I liked the first season of The Boys. The second season started going, and then the third season is full out like, oh, we hate Trump, and so this is a Homelander's Trump, and it's like, can we just have some escapism, please? Like, you did okay the first season. You gave us something that we liked, but the fact that they're just like shoving it, but I watched the first episode of the latest season, and they literally made it where like if you're on Kamala's side, you are so pure and good, and then Trump's side, they're beating people up and they're murderers and they're awful, and it's just like
No, it
it
wasn't
gets
that.
annoying.
I was just wondering whether Superman could be escapism, because truth, justice, and the American way is literally a speech. And so
Yeah.
he is innately he's an integral part of it. He
patriot,
is tied
right.
to American culture
Yeah.
in
Oh,
himself.
yeah.
And so I could get like him being beaten up is America being beaten up. And I actually don't have any problem with that. So America's being beat. If he said like America was beaten up
I
and
agree.
therefore he wants to be hope and he wants to unite people and bring people together, that's fine. When you're like both sides, like hang on. You're implying that America is like a neutral institution that doesn't have a point of view, and I don't think that exists. I think America, a nation obviously has an innate culture and an innate point of view. It is a thing, and so you can either be the thing or you can be against the thing. There is no like two sides in a nation.
Yeah. I think even if like I know like I think pretty sure it's come out that like Gunn's not a Trump supporter, but it's like, you know what? Keep how you feel out of the movie. Just give us
Yes.
a movie. Just entertain us. Don't
It should have been a
alienate
Superman
people.
movie, which was pro-America. And I think one of the issues that you got with Superman is the same with Batman, that it's an incredibly masculine figure. You can't deconstruct Superman because it destroys his entire character.
Yeah.
And so it had to be pro-America. It had to be pro-man. It had to be like pro-sacrifice for the good of other people. And that's a very easy story to tell, actually. So
It's been told many times over.
yes,
Many
well,
times.
it's like Carry On. Carry On is that story, and that's why Carry On is like a very basic story that you've seen through Hollywood. Like 20 years ago, you would have had that in Hollywood every week. It's not special, but it's special now.
Yeah. So something that like Superman, he stands for, like you said, truth, justice, the American way, right? But he's a symbol for good and for hope. Like he's always a good guy. He doesn't kill. He doesn't, like little kids can look up to him. But the problem is if they put our, modern politics into it, like they're going to put Superman on a side. We don't need to see that because that's going to alienate people. Like, and there's a fine line for these people, like what they think is good and what we think is good. Like they're okay with some like very like degenerate, gross crap. Some of them. I'm not saying, if you get what I'm saying, like what we think is good and then like other people think is good, it's very different. So when you try to push messages in films these days, it just doesn't. If it don't work. What did you just put on just for
Sorry,
I lost my
I feel
train
like
of
it had to be
thoughts.
shown.
You know what? It makes sense why he's on the floor. He drank too much of that progressive whiskey and it weighed him
Oh, well,
down.
yeah.
Saucy.
I think I was fine that day. I mean, the next
That's a
day,
good one.
I did spend a lot of it in bed, but I wasn't liking this.
Wow.
I
Wow.
have definitely been in states where I've fallen over and like smashed my head into things.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I lost my train
I
of
don't
thought.
know who I was
think
talking
you
to, but
guys
I did
knew
tell
where
them I
was going
walked off
with
a
that.
cliff once. I can't remember who I was telling that to.
What?
Wasn't
I was
me.
probably drunk at the time.
You fell off a cliff?
No, I walked off a cliff. There's a difference.
Oh, okay. He's like, I didn't fall. I'm British. Okay.
Yeah.
I walked very calmly off the cliff.
No, it was basically the road curved, and I didn't. That was my main problem.
So it was the road's fault.
Well, no, it was the fact that the road didn't have
Okay.
traffic light. I in the UK, wherever you go, it's basically light in most places, unless you're like out in the sticks. It's not like that on mountains. They don't have lights in the middle of the night.
Oh no, it's true. I've been in the the sticks. It's
I
dark.
can't remember who I was telling that to. I don't know. I just know I've told this story very recently.
Oh, and then even in like in the sticks, it's like you get like 1-lane roads or 1-lane bridges, and you have to make
Yes.
sure you're like driving
that-
proper.
Yeah, that's mostly
Scary.
UK. Like when Shad came over here,
Insane.
he was like, I can't believe your roads. It's like, no, you'll just be going over a bridge or something and be a one way. Won't have like any signs one way, but you can only fit one car down the road.
Because it's the same in Ireland too. And it
Yep.
freaks me out because you know, I innately want to go to the right side because I'm, you know, American. And then
Oh.
of course they're on the other side, so you have to go the other way.
I'm
Otherwise
not.
they
Well,
think
no,
you're
If
crazy.
we ever go over there, I'm not driving.
On these roads, there's like only one side because it is literally wide enough for a car. And most of the time it's because of we just built roads on like farm tracks, horse and cart, Roman roads, literally Roman roads. And so they were built when there weren't many people around, and like a horse and cart, how often would they need to cross each other?
Yeah.
So it's a big problem
often.
now, but it wasn't back then, and we just don't expand.
Yeah. Oh, it's even worse in Peru.
Why would I tell a judge
'cause-
that I walked off a cliff?
Oh my god! In Peru, they don't have railings on.
It was like over 20
cliffs.
years ago. It's fine.
It's insane. You can drive a bus and be like this close to the edge, and you're like, I was freaking out.
Oh, there was a video I saw of this bus driver, and he's like, and then he's flipping it around the other way, and the people are like, slow down, slow down. It's like, no, you don't understand. He's done this so many times. He knows the exact road. He knows exactly how to do it.
How to
which is
move,
why he's
yeah.
so confident. And in fact, if you made him do it slower, he would probably be worse at it. Because this is how he's always done it.
I love Disrew's aggressive wheel turn. He was-
That's unironically how he did it. Because the road is literally swerving, and you can see this cliff next to it. And he's like going around the mountain. It's wild. Everyone's like, no, we're gonna die.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, those roads are insane. Disru, do you drive at all?
No, I've never really had the need to. I don't go anywhere.
Can you drive?
Well, no.
Okay.
I mean,
Just like
I don't think driving a car is complicated, but I've never passed my test, if that's what you mean.
Okay. Yeah.
I
No.
did go through a period where I had like multiple lessons, and then like, this is pointless. I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, driving in the UK isn't fun because we've got so many people packed into such a small area. Like, I always remember my dad on a weekend, he'd be like, no, I actually like driving around. Nobody likes driving around now. There's too many people in too small an area, so there's no interest to it at all. If I went to a different place, I'd learn to drive. Like, if I went to America, you have to drive. And I
Disrew
was
comes to
very
America, he's gonna get a truck.
well, no, I was very impressed with like the Las Vegas like road system, which sounds like a really weird thing to say, but
Well, no, it's
was-
different,
all the
so.
roads were like massive, and you have probably as many people as we do in the same area, but because your infrastructure was built for that,
Yeah.
everything just works properly. That's true. Yeah.
Then you could just say that's discrimination.
I mean, you could probably track my alcohol intake by how long it takes me to show you a new bottle.
You haven't been drinking much then.
Well, yeah, because I think I've had this one like 3 weeks.
Yeah. I've seen
And-
that box many
Yeah,
times.
because I showed you when this was new. Well, technically,
Didn't
I
you have a
opened it
bottle in
before
between though?
I opened it before.
You
I
had
finished
that
the
one
last
jet.
one.
Is that
So
the
there was a
Japanese
little
one still?
overlap, and now we're like
Ooh,
down
the
there.
bottle looks so sexy.
Yeah, because it's Japanese.
I love it.
Everything Japanese is better. I know the Japanese and Koreans don't like each other, but both of them do good stuff.
They have good alcohol, they have good food, and good entertainment. So I enjoy it.
Yeah.
As long as they don't go to war, I'm fine.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me grab a couple super chats, then we will move on to another topic. Dave Chandler for $9.99. Thank you, Dave. Javier, was it you corrected this earlier? It was what's his name? Braden? Rod. He corrected it. He wrote the name wrong. Sorry. I did see that earlier. He had an awful haircut in No Country for Old Men, and the performance overcame the hair. Not suggesting the Guy Gardner thing is the same, just pointing it out. Yeah. No, I mean he probably will do. I mean, Nathan Fillion, he'll do a good job, I think. It just, oh, there you go. Thank you. Javier Bardem. Okay.
No one's having a go at Nathan Fillion for the hair.
Just
And-
whoever did his hair, we're having a go.
No,
at.
no, no. Even that, all the
I
comic
am.
book people are like, no, that's how he looks. And
I know.
I have seen like a thing from the comics where it's like, no, that is his hair.
Yeah.
I get that.
But they
I
could've
understand why, or I even understand
toned.
the entire pathway of logic, where we have gone to a point where like any change from the comics makes it worse, and so now people are like, I don't want any change from the comics. I get all of that. I get the stories are better. I get all the emotional tones are better. Like, but some things which are in comics do look stupid when they're done in real life, and I think that hairstyle is one of them. And I know a lot about bad hair. It's like I live my life that way, and so I feel equipped to judge bad hair as it is.
Merry Christmas, Rhino. Yeah.
But I just think you can go both ways, where you're like defending things that may have worked in the comic which look stupid in real life, even though they don't change the story.
Yeah.
But I'm also in the same position. It's like, well, no, I would rather have even the stupid things just to make sure that you get into the habit of changing nothing. Once you get into that habit, then we can discuss the minor things you can.
Yeah. That's fair. I'm sure he's still gonna do a good job as long as the rating's there. But we'll see. The hair just really sticks out. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5 trailer for the K horror
Especially
film
Nathan
Dark.
Fillion, who looks good anyway.
I know
It's
they
like you had to actually work to give him a
You had to
hairstyle that
work
makes him
to-
look awful.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
no.
true. Dark Nuns 2025. It really intrigued me. It stars Sung Hayako, The Glory, and Jian Yeo Ben Vincenzo. I don't know if I said that right, but
Oh, Vincenzo! Vincenzo is a great Korean show.
Okay.
Like he was a
X-Ray's not here to fix my.
he was a good
pronunciation.
oh no, apparently Yeon is one of the women in it. I don't know which
Okay.
character she played. I know the main guy from Vincenzo. Sorry, can you bring the super chat up again? I want to see what the trailer was on about.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me get it. Hold on, it's gonna take me a second because I
The
unstarted
reason
it.
I had to ask, yeah, like, can you bring it up again? Because I genuinely didn't know whether you could bring it up again or whether it,
No,
like,
yeah,
ticks
no,
off
I
a
can.
box
Give
or
me a
something.
second. I just gotta because I so that I don't like double read. I always unstar after I'd read, but I actually didn't mean to click off that one. Here it is.
But yeah, Vincenzo has like one of the greatest cold openings in a TV series. And then the series changes, but I also didn't mind it. And Vincenzo also does what things like I can't remember what it is. Something about souls. I'd need to look up my Netflix history. But I find a lot of Korean shows do it where they kind of cover multiple genres in different scenes. And Vincenzo did that. So it had like, this is our like mafia scene. This is our comedy scene. Dark Nuns.
Hi, Dan.
But I've reached a point now where I'm like, Koreans just do things better.
Oh, there you go. And Jadine for $4.99. Epic Mike is in the house. I don't know if Mike is still here, but he was. Hi, Mike.
Mhm.
Bye, Mike.
Bye,
Dave,
Mike. Bye, Mike.
Dave Chandler for $4.99. Christopher Nolan didn't take a side in the Dark Knight trilogy, and look how it worked out for him.
Yeah, but he also said something that I thought was really stupid recently. I can't remember what it was. I know I tweeted about it. He took a
Disparu.
really pretentious thing about something.
Disparu.
Hello, Dan.
He said that's so excited.
No, I really like Dan. Dan is
we know.
No, people are gonna be, oh my god, he's drunk.
No, you've talked about your love for Dan before. Well, you
no,
were not drunk.
it's not a love for Dan. People,
A
other people are
bromance.
like, oh my god, I love Dan's hair. I'm like, no. What I like about Dan is you can bring up any topic and he has something interesting to say about it. That's what I like about Dan.
Ian said, "Oof, that was so awkward." Hi, Dan.
You're Scottish.
Uh,
I don't even
Nathan-
need an extra comment about that. I should be like, oh, you're Scottish. I'm surprised you
Aw.
haven't battered Dan as it is. You like, if Dan visited Scotland, Ian would put him in a deep fat fryer. He'd be like, yeah, this is what I want. Like, we'll batter anything. How about this guy?
oh my gosh.
We'll just preserve him.
We'll just preserve it. He
No,
loves you.
didn't
too.
you know? There is a fun fact about Dan is he's the only person that I've ever met from YouTube that my friends from out of YouTube? No.
You
But,
know
like, I
Dan
didn't-
Fask, the superstar
Well,
metal
no, it is
singer?
literally because of his The Witcher song. You can mention like, it's like, oh, I know Dan Vask. Anyone else? Nobody has any idea at all.
That's like my mom when I showed her his Amazing Grace song. She was like, "You know him?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "This is so beautiful." She loved it so much.
My dad, over time, has gotten into watching certain people in the sphere, but Dan is the only person that people already knew.
Ian fired back
Without there being a candle between them.
like a date.
Who puts a candle on a date? Like, what are you dating in the 15? Oh, no, sorry, you're Scottish. They don't have electricity yet.
It's called romance.
It's like, oh no, we have to, like, obviously in Scotland, it goes dark at 3 p.m. and we don't have electricity, so we've got to light a wax candle to go round as we, like, heat our houses from the corpses of the people that we've killed. It's like, yeah, we just burn
Who's
the
been
dead.
triggered by the candle.
No one in Brazil. That's because they don't have internet access yet. Maybe
That's
one
true.
day they'll catch up. It is great how I can use the same jokes about Scotland and Brazil. That's what I like there.
You have stealth fame. Dave Chandler, thank you for the $4.99. By the way, I don't think I said thank you. Jadine, thank you for the $4.99. For the most part, I don't care what I don't care what adult people do with themselves. Leave the kids alone. 100%. That's when I get the most mad, when kids get brought into it, which happens a lot lately, and I'm not happy about that. The Dead Man for $1.99. D, I fell into a cared once. So what?
I think there's a misspelling.
Did you fall into a cave?
I mean, I'm assuming it says disparu.
Or
And people are
disparu,
like, oh my
yeah.
god, he's so egotistical. He assumed that D meant him. I fell into a...
Maybe a cave.
Are you still here, Dead Man? You don't have to super chat it. You could just clarify if you'd like.
We're not very
to be
smart,
fair,
clearly.
We're not very smart. clearly.
People were like, at the top of this mountain is really great pizza. So we got pizza, and as we were walking down the
Creek.
mountain, pissed.
He fell into a creek.
Ah.
Makes sense. We're like, cave? Stumbled head first into a cave.
I've also swum down many a river, so I can't really...
Fell or swam?
Or both?
He had to think too much on
it
that
would
one.
probably classify as... I don't know, foul would probably be the wrong term, but both would also be the most
Stumbled?
accurate.
Stumble, slipped.
No, well,
That's
no,
like
it's not
synonymous,
because
isn't it?
I was in the river deliberately,
Oh,
but I
okay.
wasn't meant to be swimming down it.
Okay.
Oh. Swept away.
Swept would be a good term.
Yeah, there you
Ish.
go.
I still think swam would be the. I mean, as much as you can swim down a river in the first place, the tide just. Well, the current, not the tide. Like, oh my god, he said tide in a river.
How dare you?
I'm heading off the criticism.
Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. When I drive, every passenger I've had ends up calling me Ayrton Senna.
What does that
I
mean?
I don't know who that is.
Nor do I.
Ayrton Senna?
A Brazilian racing driver.
Oh.
He
So
might be the
what-
only Brazilian that. No.
Formula One. I don't like that idea that you're being called a race car driver, because then that sounds scary. I don't think I want to sit in your car.
No, I think all taxis.
Like,
Every taxi I've ever got in, I'm like, this guy's a lunatic. Every single one. No, except like actually the Las Vegas ones were kind of. They were all like, no, I need to drive here and I need to drop you off at this place. Over here, it's like, no, I want to get you there as fast as possible so I can get another fare. They're lunatics.
Bebop for 5. Any topic? How about LGBTQA AIP plus 2 relations among fruit flies?
Huh?
Picture his
The-
face. Just
There
Bruce got something to
are.
say.
It is a very interesting thing with scientists where you can be like, do you want to cure cancer? It's like, no, I want to work out how many fruit pastels it takes to choke a kestrel. They always study the most pathetic, useless things they possibly can.
Oh, there's a documentary on Netflix. Thank you, Ra. Ian, imagine being a lawyer
Deposing Disparu.
Yeah,
Did they
well,
hit you?
It's
Well,
like
not hit,
asking
but
it's like
harshly
asking the
touched.
Indian, did they hit you in defense? He went, no, they hit me in he fell in defense.
Sorry, that one was funny.
Well, no,
Okay.
it is so true though, because the way you phrase things, like if I touched your back or if I slapped your back, that gives certain connotations which matter.
Well, yeah, there was a psychology study where when you use the word, the car crashed into the other car, the people saw more smashed glass than if you said just touched the other car. And the video had no glass. Like, there was no smashed glass at all. So the words you use do change perception. But at the same time, no, when we're talking about going down a river, I'm just because neither word accurately described it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Words do matter.
Look who's back.
It's better to be correct
Hello.
than socially accepted.
I wasn't ready for that one.
Health Minister
Story
of
of my life.
Belgium for
Oh my
5. Oh no.
Oh no.
Ryan Kindle just accepted my invite to the next health minister freakout next Sunday. Fauci is bringing the loop.
I didn't read the name. I saw the picture first. I was like, whale. And then I was like, I know this. I
We know that's
remember this.
account.
Oh no.
That wow.
I think she
Wow.
might be why YouTube made a profile picture circular in the first place.
He broke X-ray.
What? You can't hide your picture. That's not how it works. I had to go through an entire D&D stream that was designed for me by a rude eye to make me chase after a goth 10 with 100 like endowment. I didn't mute my camera once.
You mute my camera.
Jason,
You've
thank
hidden
you.
your camera. You're like, no, nobody can see me laugh.
Thank you for the info. Senna was killed at the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix when his suspension broke, sending him into a concrete wall. Oh, I definitely remember
Oh.
hearing about that, but I'm not big on racing and all that.
is
So
freaky.
that
What
is
the
sad.
heck?
A piece from the suspension arm pierced his visor, and he was killed instantly. Wow.
That's like a freak accident.
Well, there's a documentary on
though.
Netflix. Anyone wants to check
Yeah,
it
but
out?
there was a guy, I can't remember his name. Is it Hamilton? I know it's been recently. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton won for like year after year after year. And he did an interview with Top Gear where they were like, is it scary as you like smash into the wall and stuff? And he was like,
I
no,
would
no,
think
'cause
so.
I mean, the cars are designed to like smash away to absorb all the energy. So like, it's better a wheel flies off than the energy stays in the car kind of thing. And he was like, no, I actually enjoy it. Like, there have been times when he's going backwards in his car. He's like, yeah, this is going to be a good shunt. He was like, I actually quite look forward to crashing because it's quite entertaining.
You want to read this one, Disparu?
Lewis Hamilton won it from... Jesus. Hang on.
What?
Lewis Hamilton
on,
won it
Janine.
from 2014 to 2020 every year except one. That is wild. Jadine for $9.99. Ever Jadine Universe has a Dan Vask. He's effing awesome.
Him and his coin purse.
I'm not sure
thanks
what
for
the
that,
Jadine
Dan.
Universe is. I'm not sure whether this is something you've invented in your own head or whether it's an actual creation. Or whether it's something you just go to bed thinking of it every night and like, well, Dan Vask is in for it. Nice.
He thought way too deep into it.
A
It's
little.
Hey, with hair like that, he's asking for it.
All right, and I know Disparu tweeted a couple of things about this, so I know it's gonna. Oh, sorry, Dan.
Oh yeah. X-Ray,
brought
stop
it up
talking about the
first.
coin purse. Hey, you think that's bad? Wicked actually has your coin purse with eggnog in it.
It is
There
not.
you
It's from
go.
Christmas Vacation. Dan, have you seen Christmas
See,
Vacation?
there
Because
you go.
neither
Can
of
you
them
see the
have.
bulge?
Yeah,
There it is.
show the drink.
Show the bulge. Yeah.
Yeah, can you fill it up with more eggnog, please? Just so that he
please.
can
Why
get
do you
the
want me to
full
get
effect?
drunk? Okay, I'll be right back.
No. You don't have to get whiskey. Just put eggnog.
Yeah, but the eggnog's got whiskey in it. That's
No, it doesn't. I had to
Ah.
mix it. No, I got regular.
oh. Well, that's
I want to take a
disappointing.
drink, but I'm going to turn my camera off because you guys.
What a stupid question. Why do you want me to get drunk? It's like, well, it's more
This
entertaining. I
show
don't
is
know.
called Saucy
Yeah.
on Saturdays. I'm
No,
very
the-
saddened by this. I wish I could drink.
Has nobody?
Yeah.
How many people in the chat have seen Christmas Vacation? Come on, this is iconic.
Why are we bringing up
Disparu,
Christmas Vacation?
Disparu ruined Christmas.
Look, I just said your cup looked like balls. I did.
My Christmas cup.
I own up to it. I do it again.
He's like, I'll do it again.
Yeah. I did it and I do it again. You get what you effing deserve.
How dare you? Yes, Christmas Vacation is top tier Christmas movie. It's in my top 5 actually, and these two never seen it, so I'm just gonna leave right now. Goodbye.
You didn't tell us to go and watch it. You didn't even suggest it. You literally started the stream and went, I can't believe you're not seeing Christmas Vacation.
Well, it came out in like 1988.
So?
Dan, you're not on my
I've not
side.
seen every movie since 1988.
It's
See?
a classic.
It looks like a coin purse that's been given the Game of Thrones treatment. And I can't believe that you would want Dan Vask, of all people, to go through the Game of Thrones treatment. If anything, given the pitch of his singing voice, what he needs is his balls cut off, not the rest of it.
What?
Okay.
Oh
Some
my
jokes require a
goodness.
longer setup than others.
Apparently.
And Jadine says, "Of course
I actually
I did."
didn't realize where I was going with that until I hit the
That's why I
punchline. Like,
hid.
this is the one.
That's why I did, because I didn't know where it was going.
This is
Jadine
Jesus.
for 999 says, "Of course I did." Thank you,
She
Jadine.
knew exactly where it was going. I invited into my hotel room. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Who did you invite to your hotel room?
I don't have a hotel room. I live in England.
You just said that you invited someone to your hotel room.
Look at Wiki trying to
Yeah,
like cause like rumors.
Mark has been in my hotel room
I'm
in
starting.
Vegas.
I'm
Look, me
starting
and Mark,
drama.
I'm sorry, X-Ray, but me and Mark did share a
I'm
hotel
starting
room
drama.
together.
That
At
is
the
very
end of
true.
Vegas.
I was there for it. I
That's
remember
true,
I
you
saw
watched.
it. I saw
That is
it.
true.
I watched.
You did watch, yeah. He was on the bed. That's all I can say.
Yeah. At one point, I
See,
had to go
they're
get a
taking it
blanket because
somewhere
I got
else.
cold.
They're
What do you
taking it
mean?
somewhere
What do
else.
you mean weird? I'm taking it the same way that you intended it. I just made it into a joke.
This is what I wanted to happen.
Oh my god!
I wanted him to shag Mark. That's what I've always wanted.
say that. That is blatant lies.
That's what Wicked said. I'm not saying X-Ray said it.
Oh, okay, then that's fine.
It would be a bit weird if you're like, I want you to shag my husband. Sorry?
You specifically disprove.
I try my best,
From-
Mongoose.
I want him to suffer.
Oh
Drunk?
my god!
Not even a little bit.
Yet.
I'm not though. No.
That's the whole thing. Yeah, exactly. This is why she needs to refill the eggnog.
Go refill your drink.
Or there is a thing where there was a guy who was at the beach and he got sunburned. You know how it happens. But the thing is, this was a nudist
No, I don't
beach. So-
sunburn, but
and
I've heard.
so the guy got sunburned
He's like-
everywhere at the nudist beach.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he had to go to the doctor and ask, like, how on earth do I fix this? He's like, what you need to do, just rest it in a saucer of milk. It'll be way better. So
In
there
what
he is
now?
in the kitchen, resting it in a plate for you uncultured savages, in a saucer of milk. And his wife
Saucer.
walks in, looks at what he's doing, and just says, I always wondered how you guys reload those things.
I like the wife.
That's a good one. This Drew gives. I love when he's pleased with his joke. He gives us
He's
a little
so
hair
happy.
flip.
He's like,
It's a really
Just like
old
a little-
joke. It's a really, really old joke.
He's like, my job here is done.
Mhm.
and that's why it's called teabagging. What?
Hey, if you're
Oh,
squirting
no.
brown stuff, see a doctor.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
what?
Oh, nasty.
Come on,
I-
Chris Baru.
Just before this, I did watch a video from Overclockers where they were fixing the spiffing Brits PC because Linus Tech Tips filled his water-cooled PC with tea, and it just went moldy. I'm like, oh,
Ugh.
God, this is horrific. He literally had a moldy PC.
That's gross. That's disgusting.
So, let's get on to our James Bond topic.
I'm glad that Wicked is here to keep us
To
on track.
reel us back in.
I
Yeah.
really think that every time we go off the rails, she's just like, oh,
I don't know what's
God,
gonna
again."
happen. There is gonna be a week where I'm not here and I'm scared. Please keep
Yes.
my channel monetized.
I'm especially scared depending who it is that
I'm kidding.
replaces you, because it may just get more and more.
There are a few people like the off the rails people. Of course, Dan and Savvy. I'd be very curious to see what a show of.
Well, you know
those
what? Our
characters-
I don't think our streams with Dan even went into the yellow. So he kept it. He's worse when he's just in the chat. Not when he's on the show.
That is very true.
He's worse
Dan,
than tasteful.
what are you doing?
And just
But-
saying, they're not saying like I'm getting replaced. It's just that if like I happen to
No,
miss
she's
a
not going
day
to be
or,
here
like,
for a week. Yeah.
yeah. So, but you know what? There
If we
doesn't
were
even
going to
need to be
replace it, we'd
anybody
be
here.
far more offensive.
Yeah. If it's even if it's just them two, guys, you'll be okay. Don't worry, chat. They will take
What-
care of you. It's gonna go off the
No, but
rails,
those
though.
are the best conversations where things get batted back and forth and you just end up in an area you never expected. They've always been the best conversations.
He's shy in person, so when he's in the chat, that's when he really feels like himself.
That's fine. He's in Argentina. No one's ever going to meet you in person.
Brazil.
It's like no one's going to fly there. What are they going to fly? You'd have to
He
like row
means-
down across the border against the machine guns.
Oh my God. I did have a layover in Brazil once.
Okay,
and I was
Mike.
like, how close are you? No, never mind. We're really far away.
I actually don't believe Mike is shy.
No,
Mike is a little shy. He's a little shy.
hold on. Do you guys want to see something? Hold on. We'll get back to the James Bond thing in a second.
I will be right back then.
I don't think X-Ray saw this.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Show me. Show me.
It's Mike
Doing what?
playing Dead by Daylight, being a big old scaredy cat.
Oh, does he make some war cries?
Something like that. Yeah. I gotta find the short. Give me 1 second. I hate when you look up stuff and it's like what you're looking for doesn't pop up. I have too. I'm subbed to too many people. Oh, wait, you know what? Here, I'll just do it like this. Give me. Just gonna switch over here. And Mike
Let's
knows what I'm about to
see.
show.
He just says, wait, what? No, he doesn't.
He knows. Okay, let me.
I really am so curious to see this.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. I'm very proud of this editing, by the way. I did it. Okay, you guys ready? So this is the kind of friend Mike is. He gets his friends killed.
Oh God. I don't even know where she is. I can just hear. I know she's throwing shit at me.
Mike, is that you? No, Mike, stop you doing it from me. Oh, Mike. Mike got me killed.
It leaves right behind me. I throw it. She's running around behind me. I'm so
Oh my
sorry.
gosh.
He's crying. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Slam the ballot on him.
Wow. Mike, how dare you? I believe you actually purposely got him killed now.
Oh, there's other shorts. He did something else too. He's yeah. But I just thought that X-Ray should see that.
You know what, Mike? I will never play a game with you because I fear death.
Fear death.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my God. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Oh,
Oh, your hair.
My hair's
What
gone.
is that?
What's up?
I don't know.
Alfalfa?
It's got like stuck underneath the.
Flip your
Well,
hair.
I mean, what the?
Oh, There you go.
Yeah, it's way longer than it was
What?
before.
That's what she said.
No, this is like mile. Like this goes past my mouth.
Mrs. Nerdrotic. Put the
He needs a
Mrs.
haircut.
Nerdrotic symbol in the sky, and she'll just.
No, I will ruin my hair long before she like Orlando. I'll like shave it off over Christmas at some point. I'll just come back. Like the most commented video I think I had from like percent-wise.
It was when you cut your hair.
Yeah, and every comment was just the hair.
What did you do, bro?
No, unironically, people were like crying face. The floppy hair was like probably the most common thing.
All right, back on James Bond. So the next James Bond has been put on hold. Producer Barbara, her last name's Broccoli.
Yeah, Barbara Broccoli. Yeah,
That's a real name. It's not.
She got
just...
picked out in
no,
school.
that's
Poor girl.
unironically her name. Yeah, she's basically named after the Emmerdale overview scene.
I would hate to
Now
have
that is
a
a
name like
deep
that.
reference that only English people may know from the 90s.
So Amazon...
There was a comedian over here that had the Emmerdale intro is a camera flying over a forest, and a guy replicated it by a USB cam flying over multiple pieces of broccoli, and it looks exactly the same.
Well, her parents should have at least given her a non-B name. Like, come on, she definitely got bullied in school.
Yeah, like Barbara Steak.
No.
At least don't name your child after veganism. Like seriously. What is she, like iron deficiency woman?
Oh my god.
All right. So Amazon and MGM are in the middle of a feud when it comes to the creative direction. Amazon and MGM want a Marvel-style spinoff, Broccoli. Sorry, I can't take her serious with that name. It's called them as in Idiot.
This is like an incredibly well-paid, high-powered woman. She's literally the
Miss
peak
Broccoli
of feminism. I mean,
Everybody-
like, no, your name's Broccoli. I'm sorry.
I can't even listen to you.
I can't take her seriously
Look,
either.
your lack of dangly bits doesn't balance out your name. I'm sorry.
We need a more like just non-comical name.
Yeah.
What's a better
Like, can
vegetable?
you imagine, like, she comes into the, like, you know, to have a meeting, like, all right, everyone, Miss Broccoli is speaking. I'd be like,
Oh my god!
I was
Or
kinda
like, what if you
laughing.
were in the army and they would be calling you Broccoli all the time? Because they always use last names, right?
Well,
Samantha.
that's what I do. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to call her Barbara.
Yeah,
Broccoli's way more embarrassing.
That's
this
her
is all-
name on like sports teams. Broccoli over here.
Come here. Or if you done, you've grown roots. All right. But this is where is James Bond trapped in an ugly stalemate with Amazon? A clash between the broccoli family, which includes other vegetables, which has creative control over 007, and the e-commerce giant Amazon. Now, the reason... Oh my god, hang on.
Oh, that's the
I'm gonna
worst.
No, it isn't. I will get around this in literally seconds, because I don't care about the Wall Street.
Oh my god, Enoch.
The main
major
issue is that I
broccoli.
have to reshare it because I have to go to a different
mirror site.
That's interesting. It just told me I got blocked.
You got
Oh.
blocked? What'd you do?
No, but I don't think I got blocked on a different browser. This might be a Chrome thing.
Oh, okay.
Stupid Chrome. I hate Chrome so much. Chrome is absolutely one of the worst web browsers out there. And it used to be so freaking good too.
I know. I use Brave now, unless I'm looking up images,
Okay.
and I switch over to Google.
I will share
Google's
this for
better for
now
images.
while I sort
Absolutely.
out the next thing.
Oh my goodness.
Like this is the link in the original tweet where it says Amazon Barbara Broccoli. Oh my god.
Barbara
Studios
Broccoli.
Marvel
Say
wants
her name out
Marvel
loud.
style spin-offs. And I'm like, if you want anything, if you want to destroy Bond in any way, shape, or form, you would treat it like Marvel. I actually can't imagine a worse way of treating the Bond franchise than thinking that you can make series out of like 002, 006, 009. And then, well, we can have like men and women in these roles. We can have every single shade of the
Skin
rainbow.
color?
Yeah, in every series. And Nobody else can hear this, but my entire computer just kicked off.
I don't hear
Oh.
anything.
No, obviously. That is.
Are you okay?
I think he's not okay.
No. It's fine. I just got confused because my computer decided to kick off and play a tab which I haven't looked at. It was just like I randomly hear noise. Okay, so I actually can't. I've been blocked from the actual Wall Street Journal thing. So
I didn't know you could get blocked from the journal.
I don't know if it's me or the website, but if you can go to the website I've linked and then put in
Okay, I got it.
the other link, which I'm also going to paste underneath it, you put that into that other site, and I don't know whether it's me or the website. It might be the website that got blocked because it got archived too much.
Oh, it says you've been blocked.
Okay, so I can also look up links.
Yeah.
They basically blocked the way around their paywall.
Oh, yep, it says that for me too.
Yeah. But either way, the world of the real thing works as well. If I can pull it up. So yeah, the reason that I like this is because despite wondering Marvel-style ideas with Barbara Broccoli, this is against Jennifer Sulky, who is in charge of the creative production at Wait, why is it not scrolling on your screen?
Why don't we remove it? You just share it again. Share it again. Unshare and share.
That was very weird because I was scrolling on my screen and it wasn't working on yours. Oh, I think I have it multiple times. I think this is the correct one.
Oh,
no, that's the wrong one. That's the. This is so awkward now,
guys. This is a Gary stream now. Boomer.
This one seems to move. Calm down. There we go. Yay! So, Barbara Broccoli is the one who's in charge of the James Bond franchise. But then you have Jennifer Sulky, who's in charge of the Amazon franchise. And Jennifer Sulky is also the one in charge of things like Wheel of Time. She was the one that decided to get rid of the incredibly masculine, incredibly based series that was going to be, what was it? Arnold Schwarzenegger's franchise, Conan. We were going to get a new Conan that was going to be masculine, hot women in it. It was basically going to make billions of dollars. And she got rid of it because she wanted a more feminist series. That's who you're dealing with. And then Broccoli, the same person that had Daniel Craig, who has also just done a series about how he wants to explore a man's back passages. She made him Bond. And the incredibly deconstructionist, I'm going to cry as I die because I'm depressed and miserable because I'm a man series that was the Daniel Craig episodes. And we have now reached a point where even Barbara Broccoli thinks that Jennifer Sulky has gone too far.
Barbara Broccoli. She sounds like a cartoon character.
Sounds like,
she has the brains of a 2D character as well.
Cartoon character when you're like 4 or 5 years old.
Now, the thing is, and we know this a lot with Amazon, because Amazon, obviously, everyone knows, they sell physical products. But then the largest amount of money for them, as far as I know, or the largest amount of profit, actually comes from their computer industry, the AWS server platform. So everything they do is more important than entertainment. And Jennifer Sulky decided it was meant to. We're going to describe James Bond to Barbara Broccoli as content, which reportedly infuriated Broccoli and soured the relationship so much that she no longer wanted to make a Bond film under Amazon. This is why they've had a feud. It's been plagued with script problems, casting delays, and no agreement as to which direction it should take next.
It's gonna be a while. I seen where is it? Yeah, Jason Webster. I agree with that. We won't see the next Bond film in cinemas till 2027 or 2028.
Well,
and I
there
fear
was
it won't be
a casting call.
Yeah, same.
A casting call went out recently which said that it was for James Bond, and it said that whiteness is not required. And I'm like, I've only ever heard that word used by people that I would
Whiteness?
consider whiteness. That was the exact word that it used. Not white people.
It was
whiteness.
in the poster or whatever.
It was in the casting.
or-
It was part of the casting call. It's
Dang.
what went round. So I've only ever heard that term used by people that I would describe as evil. And so that doesn't inspire me with hope. And yet I will still align with Barbara Broccoli
Sorry.
if it means that she is stopping Jennifer Salke doing something, because Jennifer Salke has completely and utterly destroyed, individually, herself, the Amazon Entertainment platform. And she was
Lesser of two
used...
evils.
The Hollywood... Exactly, yeah. It's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Jennifer Salke, and I'm sorry, Wicked, for this. I know it's your channel. And I know that you play sort of the innocent dwarf who's never been
You just call me a
exposed
dwarf?
to the internet.
She's gonna go spicy on you.
How tall are you, Wicked?
5'1.5".
I'll leave that. I'll leave the judgment
Hello,
open to
jelly
chat.
bean.
That's at least nicer than a dwarf. I'd prefer to be called a jelly
Look,
bean.
all,
Thank
all
you.
I'm saying is that when Wicked flies to Orlando, or like when Wicked flies anywhere, she actually doesn't need a seat. All she needs to do is book on the airline her like matchbox, and they pack it, and then
Oh
on the
my
other end
God.
they open the matchbox and she climbs out.
Aw, so cute. I'm gonna
Like,
call her Thumbelina.
Wicked can have her entire house transported. She's like, this has got everything I need. It's like a mansion.
It's like that movie where they shrink people.
The Borrowers. Oh no, it was The Borrowers was good though. That was like little tiny people that use like safety pins as grappling hooks and stuff. It was really cool.
No, it wasn't the borrowers.
Honey,
Honey, I
Kids?
Shrunk the Kids. I think you're thinking of.
They're,
Yeah.
no. But they like had like societies for little people after they got shrunk. Was it Matt Damon?
Oh, I don't know.
I can only imagine Matt Damon. That's the only.
I think it was Matt Damon that was in it. Downsizing.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
I've never
you.
seen it. I've never seen it.
It's an interesting concept. Yeah.
But Jennifer Salke had an entire The Hollywood Reporter hit piece written about her, which said that all she really wants to do is to rub elbows with celebrities and rich people. In the industry,
Clout.
kind of, but the word that they used, or the terminology they used, they said in the industry, she is known for star fucking.
It's even worse.
Okay.
So she's a simp.
Basically, yeah. She gives like tens of millions of dollars contracts to people just
Oh my
because she
God.
doesn't want to lose the respect of like people with clout, basically. And so anyone that aligns themselves against Jennifer Salke is fine by me. And if you want to do it against James Bond, even though it's with the person who destroyed the Bond franchise in the first place, I'm like, fine, whatever. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, even if you're my enemy. I will ally with you against Jennifer Salke until the next thing that you do. And I wish I could show you the Wall Street Journal article, but unfortunately, they've become slightly more intelligent than the average magazine.
Thank you, Ra. I'm just gonna roast it in the chat, but they're funny. It's cool.
Wicked and
There's
short
nothing-
jokes.
Look, it's cheaper. This is like when people go, "Oh my god, you're a lightweight." It's like, yeah, it cost me basically no money to get pissed. That's a benefit. You'd be like, at least I paid 2p for rent. That I can
Is
move
that
my
pence?
matchbox anywhere. Like, Wicked will be the first person to Mars simply because she's the cheapest person to put on a space rocket.
I'm
Oh
not
my
the shortest person in the world, okay?
Wow.
I'm
Who are we
not.
kidding now?
God.
There is a lot of
Oh.
really short people in our like sphere, though. It's like most people compare themselves to Steph. Are you taller or smaller than Steph?
Taller by a little bit. She's a little bit shorter than me, so
Well, there you go. That she could stick herself in her own.
I think, and I've
matchbox.
heard that Anna is also a little bit shorter than me too.
Oh, which one wins between the two of them then?
I don't know. I actually don't
Ooh.
know. I have never met
Ooh.
Anna in person. That would be X-ray.
It's hard to know because I need you beside each other in order to.
This is what we need.
Do that.
We need a short off.
A short off?
between
Yeah.
Anna and Stephanie.
We need a fixed answer of who is shorter.
Who is shorter? I don't know. I wish I did. Oh my god. It'd be quite entertaining. Who is the shortest person? No, Lila's gonna beat all of y'all.
Oh yeah, Lila. That's right.
Yeah, but I think this is gonna sound really odd. Nothing against Lila. I like Lila, but there is a difference between being short and having a medical condition.
Okay, fine, fair. Fair.
Did you see what Lila posted though? No, I think Chrissy posted Lila posting it.
I saw it.
Yeah, she's like posing herself next to a 7'2" guy, and she said, "I'm not gonna say anything, but we're all thinking about it."
What?
Okay, I will probably have to go and get the picture, because otherwise, what I'm going to say will seem incredibly rude, but if you have the picture in front of you, it'll make far more sense, and I might be able to get away with it.
Okay. I think, yeah, because I'm not getting the context of
Yeah,
it.
you will. Believe me. Believe that.
Where does her head sit?
Okay, I won't say it, but we're all thinking about it. 4'6" to 7'2", and it's that. And I'm just thinking, that'd be a lot of weight off your knees. That is like you will not get any rug burns with that.
Well, he said it.
He said it.
What?
What?
I'm sure Lila would agree. But like, this would be way much easier. This would be so much easier. This is basically the perfectly evolved couple.
Well,
Their sons are going to be like, what, about 6 foot? They're going to be somewhere in the middle. They're going to be about 6 foot. We'll fix everything.
So I've dated like super tall people. I don't like kissing when you're like really tall.
You
It
don't
hurts me.
imagine that?
But we'll just have to live that exactly. He's gonna have to break his back in order
She'd
to
have to
reach
climb
her.
up him like a squirrel.
Oh, geez.
Like a squirrel.
What? She what? Like, he doesn't wear that kind of hat. He doesn't wear that kind of hat just because he likes the look. No,
It's
those are
just
actually
for
where
her to
she's going to
hold
put her
on to.
feet. That's where she's going to put her feet so she can kiss him.
You should. Let me just get the step stool for you, Lila.
Step stool? No, we'd need
Sorry.
like one of those cherry picking cranes for this. Like, health and safety need to be involved.
Oh,
If Lila puts 1 foot wrong, she could die in this scenario. Like, it's like, I could fall out of a 3-story building, the equivalent of this.
oh my god.
He has to make sure he's lying down first.
Is never mind.
Like, you know that feeling when you're on the top of a skyscraper looking out of a city and like, this is beautiful? That's how she would feel if she was... Oh, please, finish the rest of the
No,
sentence.
I think I need you to finish the sentence, Disbrew.
Nobody needs me to hear say the words riding him.
Nope.
Thank God that's been avoided.
Well,
Oh Jesus.
okay. And
You're the one that asked for it, Wicked.
No,
You can't
I
complain.
thought
You just know
that was a tangent I was willing to go down. And apparently, Disbrew wanted that to happen too.
he was like, listen, I got it right
Look,
here.
I will draw it. I'm on this channel. I am very aware that I'm on Wicked's channel, and Wicked is,
I'm not as much of a degenerate. I'm just kidding.
yes,
You're not-
she's
you're not
less
a
of a
degenerate.
degenerate than me and
you know
X-Ray
what?
are.
That is
And therefore, I'm
absolutely
like,
true.
okay.
I'm only a degenerate because I hang out with degenerates. It's like degenerate
That's
osmosis.
not true, and every
Excuse me.
single person knows it.
No, come
Every
on,
single person knows it.
guys. Who's more of a degenerate, me or
there is
Disbrew?
there is no universe in the world where you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I was corrupted by Gary.
Yeah,
I'm
who's,
just
who's,
like,
more,
no.
who's more of a degenerate? One's for X-ray, two's for Disbrew.
Oh
No,
no,
that's not the
I'm gonna
no,
go.
no. She said this fear, and I'm like,
No, she said Disbrew, didn't she?
I said
No.
Disbrew.
She
oh
said
yeah,
Disbrew.
because she changed her mind halfway through.
Oh,
There is no one that believes that the people that introduced you to this
Oh.
sphere are more degenerate than you, and this includes Gary that went
I
to
have not
prison.
seen one. I have not seen
Wow.
1, 2 yet. I haven't seen 1, 2 yet. Oh,
No,
no,
I
there you go.
think
Lone
that's
Wolf.
smooth.
You
There
were,
you
you
go.
were introduced to this sphere by Mark, which then led to Gary,
And the award goes to...
and we're supposed to think that they're both more dirty than you.
Yes.
Damn!
I heard
That
that
might
men
be the
have
best timed video that she's ever played.
men have a dirtier brain than most women. Okay.
Most. Look, if we were talking about Wicked, I'd agree.
Oh my god. Okay, who's more of a degenerate, me or Ryan?
Oh,
Oh, Ryan, obviously. Yeah,
come on.
There we go. Okay, I feel better about myself now.
there's a reason why I would be way more comfortable making some jokes around X-Ray than I would Wicked. Like, this is just... You have to know your audience. Like, Wicked, like, oh my god, somebody said the word pee-pee, and then just closes a camera. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that you said coin purse around me.
Oh my
Whereas
God.
X-Ray's here like, look at my feet pics.
No. I look at my horrible feet pics.
Gnome ski. Are you sure?
Okay, this is a good question. As or myself? Thank you, Psychosis. Who is more of a degenerate? I think it's As.
Oh, speaking of that, I was tagged in something. I think Mongoose tagged me in. Hold on. You go ahead and answer people. I will pull this up. Apparently, As fixed this. There you go.
Oh,
I don't think it
boobs?
has fixed that, but I have seen. Yeah, that is the fixed.
Well,
picture.
he shared it.
Yeah.
I mean, he shared it. Sorry that he fixed. Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
saying As. There you go. Actually,
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. But like look at the proportions of the facial features, which make it much more
I know. Even if we're not even thinking about the boobs, the face just looks more feminine and pretty.
Yeah.
well, and she has like so many dark circles and like
Oh, she looks awful there.
yeah.
What? What even is that? Because the actress, same thing with Mary Jane. The model is actually pretty, and they uglified her
I
and
think
masculine,
that
made her more masculine. Like,
I think the comparison to the voice actress is a bit of a cope. When like, well, she's supposed to look like this. Like, yeah, but they didn't make her look like that anyway. But also,
well, no,
they
I
don't
thought she was
need
the
to.
mod. I don't know if it was it. Wasn't she
She- yeah,
modeled
she-
after her though? Not just the voice, like the model.
Yes. Well, it's both. She was modeled after her, and she was the voice actress.
Mm-hmm.
But you're in a video game. Most characters aren't modeled after the voice actress. I actually don't think that's required. It's not like a movie. And I don't even really think they should, unless the voice actress naturally fits the part anyway. So I think it's a bit of like a shield. Like, well, no, we just made her look like this. And then they take her picture and they change it to how they want, but still use the fact that we modeled it on her to be the defense. I think that's all that is. There's no requirement for it to look like her at all. It's only their
No,
own
that's a
belief
fair
system.
point. But I mean, it's just funny when you take someone that's like actually you model it after and just like don't take any of the good parts.
And you just take all the
Well,
bad and
you
then make it
dim
even
it.
more bad.
Yeah.
Well, I actually consider it a bit like the thumbnails that you make for this. The thumbnails you make for this are the AI improved versions of us.
Yeah,
They
I
look
also make a
better than us.
cartoon version too. Like I try to make it more like comic cartoonish.
Well, yeah, but they're also improvements.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You can have like the imaginary, what you would prefer to be like 10 version of you. That's fine.
Yeah.
And so if you take the voice actress, there's nothing wrong with improving the voice actress to look better than she actually does. But instead they make her look worse. And that because that's the main criticism of that image. It's like, well, it doesn't look like the voice actress. It doesn't need to. Who cares? I'm playing a video game.
Yeah.
I don't care what the voice actress looks like. I
You
care
can
what
change
her
it to
voice acting talent
anything.
is.
Yeah.
Fair point. But they made her real ugly, so I'm gonna pick at it.
Oh yeah, well this is the thing. But that improvement was done like 20 minutes or whatever after the trailer came out. It was literally done the same day. And if they can do it, there's no reason the devs can't. They spend millions on this stuff. I think this is one of the things that people don't, it's probably not that they don't realize, but they don't want to admit, is that every single decision of entertainment is decided for a reason. The character it goes through tens of people before it's signed off. Anything that it is, any widening of the jaw, any uglification is done deliberately for a reason, because they chose it to be that way, and it
They
didn't
want it
have to be
ugly.
that way. Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Well, it's no need.
And the one thing I will say is that if they made the character pretty, there would have been less things to nitpick about, like probably even in the game. As long as the gameplay mechanics are good and the story's good, then we won't nitpick all the little teeny tiny details as much as we would now. Like the analysis of Dustborn when I was playing it, everything sucked. So of course I'm going to look at everything and think that sucks, that sucks, that sucks, that sucks. But if I'm playing a game that I overall really like, all the little bugs don't bother me as much.
Yeah, it's like historical inaccuracies. I really like, I can't remember which King Arthur film it was. I will be able to work it out when I Google the.
Are you sharing
all the
something,
movies.
Disparu?
I'm not supposed to be.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
Yeah, King Arthur from 2004. I really like that movie. It's nothing like any of the King Arthur stories, but I like the movie. And the more you like about something, the more you're willing to let it off other things because you're entertained by other stuff. And so there is an element of when you make a tweet about a specific subject, you have 240 characters and a picture. And people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're making such a massive deal about this. It's like, no, this is a symbol of what everything is going to be like. This is a red flag that we've recognized before that you do all the time, which then showcases everything else that you're going to do. So I only need to know this to know everything else you're going to do in the entire game. And it is a case of 20 years ago when we weren't going through this. Yeah, like
Yes.
Alias being done by Jennifer Garner where she beat the crap out of guys wasn't a red flag because she still had like masculine morality and you knew the rest of the series was going to be good, and it actually provided people for both sexes. You had the romance story of her and a guy, but you also had stuff that the men could enjoy in other things, like various cosplaying different characters every time.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that she beat the crap out of people, she was still following a male morality of justice. And so you could relate to that despite the character. But now, you can't. Now, if it is a character like you've got there, you know what her morality is going to be. You know it's going to be really far left. You know it's going to be based in equality, not justice. And so it tells you, this is one of the problems. Now, if I know one thing about you, I know everything you believe. I know every single position that you hold in life. And that didn't used to be the case. And this is the problem with entertainment and people as a whole. They're just predictable.
Yeah.
Everyone's put into a box, and I kind of don't like that. I think being a human is supposed to be fun in the sense that everyone is just so different personality wise.
Yeah.
And things that you like and things you talk about. If we were all the same carbon copy, we'd be like robots. I don't want to be a robot. I want to be unique and have my own mind and have my own opinions based on the things that I've experienced. And that's what I think that makes us more interesting and unique.
Yeah.
I
Agree.
think that's cope. I think most humans are instinctual, and the rationality comes afterwards. So you make the decision based on instinct, and then you think about why you made it afterwards and try and rationalize your decision afterwards. So, like, why do we like women that put rouge on their cheeks? Well, it's because people flush when they're in a certain, like, fertility cycle, and so that's what attractiveness is, and so that's why they do it. You don't like people because of their personality. You like them because of the way they look, and then you meet them, and then you rationalize why you like them afterwards. I think most decisions are done that way. For instance, anyone that's ever done anything in advertisement, you have CPM, cost per mile, you have click-through rate, and you will notice that your click-through rate after the first 10,000 clicks doesn't change after the first 100,000 or a million clicks. It always stays the same, because on average, people are average. And so people are very predictable. And it's only really the outliers which are unique and special. And everyone likes to think that they're way beyond their programming, but they're really not.
No. I didn't mean like in like initial like thoughts of a person. I meant more in like conversation. Like the conversations I have with different people in my life, they're unique because of whatever they've been through and the jokes that you talk about and what you like and those sort of things. And I think that makes it really cool to meet different types of people, because then I get recommendations on like good things, like even from like recipes to places to visit, et cetera, et cetera. That's more so what I meant with what I said before, not first impression.
All right.
I get what you're saying. Like not everyone is
level
like
of entertainment rather than the base bits
Yeah.
of humanity.
yeah. It's not everyone is like main character, right? A lot of people think like they're the main character, but a lot of us.
No, that's my point though. Everyone thinks the main character.
I said that before because like especially like you see with streaming, like you'll see people come out and they just like try to exude this like I'm main character energy, but it's like they're saying a lot of nothing. You're just like except that you're NPC, I'm NPC, we're all basically NPCs, okay? It's fine. But X-Ray's right too. I'm not saying that we all think the same, but I'm just saying some people are just
oh no,
like this Bruce, a lot of people think that they're like main character, and it's like
I have a bookmark for that. I'm just hoping I can find it.
Yeah, I think that people who think that they're so special, that they're so unique, that they're like the most different person. No, most people fall within the general averages. And to be average is not that bad. I think it's not a bad place to be in, because sometimes when you're at the ends of the little graph, things get a little weird out there.
One of the strangest things about modernity is how people started to take the word mid as an insult. And so you started to use the word mid as an insult. And it actually isn't. Like, mid is literally like 68% of the entire population. It's like nearly everybody is mid.
Absolutely. It's not a bad place to be, okay? So.
No. Let me get to some of these super chats here. Jesus Davila, thank you for gifting a membership.
Saucy. Okay, now I am sharing. Well, I will be sharing.
Oh, okay.
Something
Go ahead.
In a few seconds.
In a minute.
This is what I mean when you're like, oh, everyone wants to think they're main character. Yeah, like Christopher Nolan. So this is about Gladiator 2. Now, anyone that's seen Gladiator 2, Gary thinks it's a mid film. I think most people in F&T agreed with it as mid film. I think it's a 3 at best. I think it's pretty awful overall. But Christopher Nolan just said, this is the best long-awaited sequels. Gladiator 2 must be a remake and a sequel in one, a testament to Scott's brilliance as he manages the balance of the individual pathos of the original with the expansionist demands of the sequel's central theme. Bringing a lifetime experience and a controlling tone, Scott raises the game with the staging of his action, his incredible, hyper-observant, multi-camera mise-en-scene, so different to the original, masterfully wrestles the action into clear and jaw-dropping sequence after sequence. The effect is not just to entertain, but to drive us towards the awareness of the movie's themes. Few filmmakers have ever worked so invisibly on multiple levels in films. From Blade Runner to Thelma and Louise to Gladiator 2, the visual density of Scott's art serves as a foil for his underlying thematic clarity. And I'm just, what an arsehole. Like, that guy is literally peak pretension. He's like, only I can see the depths of this movie. I can appreciate the art
Listen to me, peasants. I'm right, you're wrong.
That's the kind of person that enjoys Joker too. It is literally, I can
God.
appreciate something so much better than you can. I can see into the depths of this art so much better than you can. Like, these are circus clowns on film. The only reason they get paid more is because they scale up further. They can be shown to more people on Earth during a shorter amount of time, which is generally what your wages scale off. It's not how much you contribute to the Earth, it's simply the scalability of your job to the number of people. But they took their wages and went, oh, I'm artist. I'm so amazing. People will remember me for centuries. Gladiator 2! People aren't talking about it now, let alone in 1,000 years. You cretin. Oh.
Feel better now?
Yeah, this is why Hollywood would never have anything to do with me. I just walk in and I'm like, you're all scum.
I'll be fired. You're all
No, if
insufferable
I
and
fired them,
goodbye.
they would be better off as an industry. This is the thing. I am not the hero that Hollywood wants. I'm the hero they need.
Oh my god.
I'm fired.
You're fired.
We need to
Okay,
do
Trump.
an Elon of Hollywood, honestly.
I'm surprised it hasn't actually happened. Just because my theory has always been that Hollywood has been so profitable for so long and they've had so much money for so long, they actually don't know how to run a business. Like, there's no one in Hollywood that knows how to run a business. They've just been used to... There's a bit like in crypto or stocks, there are certain periods where everything goes up. And so if you just invest during that up cycle, you look like a genius because everything works. The real traders, the real like intellectuals, the real talented people are the ones that make money as it coming down. Like in the decline where everyone else is losing money, you're making money. And that's what Hollywood needs. Hollywood has been in the up cycle the entire time. And so anything they bet on won. And then they need the opposite side. They all look like geniuses in success.
That is true. And it's surprising that at least what I've observed in the last 4 years is that after every single flop, they're still doing the same thing over and over and over again. Bloated budgets, insane production, bad quality movies, bad plots, bad actors and actresses. And it's like they don't learn. And so where is the accountability in, okay, we had a bad project. What can we do to make it better? But no, they double down. And then they still do the same thing over and over again.
There was a Zendaya movie, Challengers, which
No, that I didn't see that, but the trailer made me really uncomfortable.
yes, I understand why. But the movie did make enough money where it should have been profitable for the type of movie it was. It should have been profitable. I think it made like 96 million overall at the box office, which it should have been a $15 million budget movie. But it wasn't. It was like a $50 million budget movie. So they basically broke even on it. And it's like, yeah, don't put Zendaya in it. You'll probably, like, get a no-name actress, put it in the same thing, do the same marketing, you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. And it's just because the budget have expanded way beyond where these movies should be that they're suffering.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, and they keep bleeding money, and I don't understand where this money's coming from. But they get government money, and they waste it.
By the way, Challengers, the story about two cooks that are after Zendaya. So it's like who's gonna get the mid? Oh, what an amazing story. One of those is the rumored Variety preference, and like hiring person for James Bond.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another Daniel Craig, everybody. A 2024 Daniel Craig.
Ugh.
No thanks.
Can you get whipped in the balls through a chair as well?
I'm surprised it wasn't in Challenges, to be honest. That's that kind of movie.
All right, let me get these super chats. Jadine, thank you for the $9.99. I want Dan Vask's voice and Epic Mike's magnificent hair. So Dan's voice on Mike's hair.
Both
you might
of them
have
have
both
nice
of them.
hair.
You're like Epic
Yeah.
Mike has a horrible voice and Dan Vesk has trash hair.
So Jadine.
What Dan Vask needs
I've
is
never
an
heard
afro.
Mike.
That's what we're hearing.
I like both of their hair, but I've never heard Mike sing, so I can't comment on that.
Well, that sounds like Dan Vask won.
Why? Because I never heard Mike sing. What if Mike
because,
can sing?
you like Dan Vask's hair and you've heard him sing,
Yeah.
That's true.
which
I
I
love how
imagine
I
you
do
like him
think-
singing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do, but like I love how Disru's just
Sounds
like
like he wins. You like his singing voice and his hair. You only like Mike's hair.
This is the conclusions of.
Well, Mike, sing.
What you're
Mike, sing
saying
for
is you
me.
hate Epic Mike.
No.
What? No.
How
She's
dare
like,
you?
he could jump off a cliff. I wouldn't care. I've got Dan
I
Vask.
did not say no such
That's
thing.
what Wicked said.
No, I love Mike. Don't you dare. You're going to hurt his feelings. Listen, Grok.
This is the
already
difference
hurt
between
his
male and
feelings.
female banter. Like, women are like, no, I didn't say that. And men are like, yeah, you should jump off a cliff and die.
But Mike already got his feelings hurt by Grok a week ago or whatever it was when he
That's
said
true.
describe.
Although it did bring back the rather amazing term of rotund, which I think
What
should
happened
be
with
used more
Brock?
often.
So look on Mike's page. I caught it on one of his streams, but I forgot what the second word was. But he said describe me in 2 words, and one of the words was rotund.
Epic and rotund.
Okay, yeah, epic.
And then he was like, oh no, we're fine now. And I'm like, wait, did you even
They made up.
understand what it said to you? Because what it was essentially like is he carries himself with confidence, and he was like, no, it says I've got a great person. No, it didn't say you've got a great personality. It says you carry yourself like you think you have a great personality.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Poor Mike.
Rock has it out for Mike.
He does.
I need to see these. I need to see this.
They're all on his feed. Yeah. I
Uh,
could probably find them.
the Dead Man for $4.99. DP, I like your takes on things, but can you slow down and make it less British? I don't think he can.
No. I was born here.
I was born this way.
Yeah, with me, I've always said I'm the world's greatest lover if speed's important to you. As for being less British, I'm like, no.
You can't do it.
Everything comes with a strong dollop of superiority complex. This is where we're born. I mean, there is the odd person where we're like, my inferiority complex isn't as good as yours, but apart from
Angie Matthews,
that's
and
a
I
joke
did
that
see
about
you.
5% of people get.
See
I
who
found
gets it.
it.
Like I seen you corrected, Andrew. Like a squirrel, she goes for the nuts. Thank you for
Yes.
the 2 pounds. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Describe me in 2 words.
You got
Yeah.
He's so bad. He said, Elon, we got beef. Poor Mike.
Oh my god. I did mine and it said festive gamer, so I'm okay.
Yeah,
with
mine
that.
was like witty and hilarious or something. I just posted it underneath his. Like,
Mine was a festive gamer. Which
yeah, there we go.
Same seas. Oh my god. Twinning.
we're festive gamers. Oh my god.
I've got the next one that he posted where he's like, no, we're good now.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Never
think I'm
mind
pretty?
me and Grok are good now. And he said, do you think I'm pretty? Beauty is subjective. Oh, that's a bit rough. But based on the confidence and humor you express in your posts, I think you carry yourself with an attractive presence.
Oh god.
So, based on the fact that I think you appear confident and think you're funny, I think you carry yourself like you're attractive. Not that you are attractive. I think you walk as if you think you're attractive. Is what Grok said.
Hey, he took it. He's happy with it. Okay,
He
just
is.
let him
Oh,
have
we're
this
good
win.
now. It's like that'll
Yeah,
do.
let him have this one.
He's
Let him
like,
have
look,
it.
I'm happy for you, Mike.
I have played with Jeremy. He has insulted me in Fortnite all the time. That's a compliment to me.
Old Renaissance Boomer, thank you for being a member for 8 months. So Extra Girl had to go down to Az to find someone more degenerate than herself. Even in this group with St. Ryan, that's pretty far.
Oh, so we're saying Az is more degenerate than Ryan. Dang.
I'm not.
I don't know. No comment.
It depends
comment
what
from
you're
me.
judging it on. You'd need to define terms for that one, I think.
The types of degeneracy.
But it's not even types of degeneracy. It's like you'd even have to go into like, well, is it like what you'd want to do, what you do? Even the fact that one of them's American and one of them's British, I think, changes the equation. 'Cause you have different,
there's
you have
a lot
different
of,
lines between the nations as it is. And then you've got X-Ray Girl, and you're like, well, she's already quite a far target to beat in the first place.
Oh, she's not that bad. Everybody calm down.
I
The
don't know
boys
about
don't
that.
say that about me. I'm kidding.
Justin
Well, I was
Martin.
gonna say, see, that proves it itself. Like that is the men
I
are
can't
like,
say
I don't
anything
care if
now.
I'm degenerate.
I
And the women are
tried.
like, no, I'm not supposed to be seen as degenerate. And they're like, no, I'm happy to be there down there with Ryan and Az, and I don't care.
I've got nothing now. I tried.
I do admire
sorry.
that to a degree though, because it's like I've already got Mark. I don't care.
9999.
It's like Mark already knows it's fine. He likes it. and I like that he liked it, and that is respectable. There is an element of every person's life where you're like, no, I have already graduated to the next stage. I'm married. I don't care what you think of me. I'm a degenerate, and that's what he wants. And it's like, that is respectable.
Justin Martins, thank you for the 20. Merry Christmas to the Saucy Saturday crew. It's been great
Thank
fun enjoying
you.
these streams this past year. I know this is our second Christmas, and then we have the last stream of the year will be our New Year's Eve stream, which is going to be a couple days before New Year's Eve, but we'll
And I can drink.
yes, I'll make sure I have something festive and cute. I don't know.
Sparkly. I need something sparkly.
Oh, maybe I should get some edible glitter. I'll make it like I'll get like a gold glitter. This brew,
Edible
calm down. Yeah, there's edible
It
glitter
was
that
the
you can mix in a drink.
disappointment in her voice. I'm going to get something festive and cute. Because last time I brought on a sack of balls to the stage, and when I was like, oh my god, I can't believe you brought on balls. And it was like, it was the build up. Like, I can't believe you've done this to me. That the entire stream came out in what? And
Oh, there you
cute.
go.
It's like,
There you go.
Chris
I'm not
Morris
bringing a
was-
cup. I'm
Oh
not
my God,
bringing a cup of
so
balls next stream.
true. Chris is a degenerate.
But I like that.
Bebop.
But I love him.
There is a thing in modern society of people that's just like, I want to be this way, and I don't care whether you judge me for it or not.
You want to read this one, Disparu?
Bebop, 1988 for $5. For some reason, X-Ray Girls covered her face, and Wicked can barely contain her excitement. Hey,
Exuray.
I didn't even know it. Yeah, I was going to even know how to pronounce that. I'm wearing the same hat, but on my second head.
Thanks, Bebop.
Thanks.
This is $5.
That's why it has to be
enlightening.
really small.
Oh my gosh. Well, we are winding
Uh-huh.
down. What do you have coming up extra? You
It
got
will
your
be
Sunday,
after that comment below.
Oh yeah.
you got your Sunday fun day tomorrow.
No, so tomorrow it's going to be an off day. I have no streams whatsoever on Sunday because it's about we're starting the Christmas celebrations with some friends, family, and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
So I think the next stream is probably the nooner on Monday, but I might try to stream a little bit. I might do some more games.
Play Marvel's Rivals.
No. No, no. I want to finish 5 Hearts Under One Roof, and then I have a game called Cthulhu Saves Christmas. So I want to play Mauler Saving Christmas on Switch. So that'll be my Christmas plans.
Are you going after what's the name? The one
Envin?
Ash went after. Gran.
I just whatever I can get the most experience from to get to the freaking next level.
Well, it's
What
a bit
do
of a hybrid, but you have to choose one to go for overall.
Oh, so far I think Envin, the more nerdier one.
Oh, she's way better. I think she's the best one, but Gran has a specific secret ending, which if chat ever mentions to you Gran's secret ending, just go with them. Trust me.
Yeah. What about what? Can I choose the Sausage Man?
That is also another secret ending.
Huh. I think that storyline is hilarious.
That's also not what chat would want.
Oh, well, of course they want to see Gran.
I saw Asmongold get the Gran secret ending, and it's worth doing. It's literally 3 choices in a correct order. If chat mentions that, go for it.
Okay.
What I think one of them includes what do you want to eat. So you're in an office. If she asks you what you want to eat, that is the area. There are 3 choices. I don't think that's the start of it, but it is around there. And I imagine someone in your chat will be degenerate enough to know. Because it's your chat.
Wow. Are you making fun of my chat right now?
Am I making fun of it, or am I congratulating your chat? That they are degenerate enough to know the answer.
The world will never
Because
know.
I know the answer, so...
I don't.
The world will never know. What do you have coming up?
Well, if
Oh, no,
the
go ahead,
world wants to
finish
know,
that thought
one of the answers to the 3 questions that you have to get in order is, what do you want to eat? and the answer is you.
Okay.
She's actually unhappy about that answer, but she's very pleased with the other two.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what videos do you have coming out? Just
Do you want to know what you do when you make like, if you're ever making like cheese on toast?
Just for cute.
Yes.
Or,
you didn't
or
hear me.
you want like bread and butter, and you're like, well, what should I do to the bread and butter? And I know, spread them. So I am gonna make a James Bond video. I'm gonna make a Doctor Who Christmas special video.
He's gonna watch the Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie on Netflix and review that too.
You didn't even tell me what that was. I tried to Google it. I have no idea what.
It's called.
I
Hold
literally
on.
got 3 movies. That I was like, well, 2 of them are good and 1 of them is crap.
It's called Our Secret, I think.
What secret?
It's called Our Secret. That's what it's called.
Why do you want me to watch Our Secret?
Oh, you're right. She does have a couple. What the heck? Another one just popped up. The one that I watched is called Our Secret.
Yeah, but why? Why do you want me to watch Our Secret?
Because I think you'll just love it so much. Our Little Secret. Sorry. Our
You
Little
could
Secret.
at least give me a reason. Imagine you're me. Why would I want to watch it?
Epic cringe. I don't know.
So you can get a nice, good Christmas movie review out.
What's the fun in that? I was literally going to say I'm going to do 2 things and then possibly review MILF Manor. And you're like, oh, why don't you watch me Lindsay Lohan?
I'm just kidding.
It's like, what's Lindsay Lohan done for the world?
I don't know. She's had a glow up and she's clean, so good for her.
Oh, what a degenerate! Like that. What's entertainment about that? She could at least have destroyed her life for the good of the world.
Just for a little bit.
At least that would have been entertaining.
Jadine,
Wicked
thank you for the
ironically is
$9.99. Go ahead.
Why is that ironic?
Because my name has Wicked in it. But that is supposed to be
You're literally
ironic.
named after an adult 18+ site.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
It's Brew. No.
Oh my god! Don't go to www.wicked.com.
Yes. It literally got sued because of it.
I'm gonna buy it.
You
and
can go
people
to
are gonna go on it. And it's
thisbrew.com
just,
all day. I'm fine.
You know, I'm gonna get the rights to it, and people are gonna go on expecting dirty birdie stuff, and it's gonna be like flowers and makeup reviews and like coffee.
Oh my god!
It would way help your brand if you're like, yeah, I do own that. Actually, it was like,
okay, it's a good one. So I have
it's named after you.
it's your homepage. I don't know. I thought that was a
Look,
good
just
one.
because it's bookmarked doesn't mean it's my homepage.
Okay, now it's not funny anymore because you accepted it.
Exactly, because I'm a man, and then like it doesn't matter.
I have coming up Sunday stream tomorrow, probably 8 p.m. Eastern. And on Christmas Eve, I'm gonna finish the paint by numbers
Nice.
Christmas painting that I started. I've had to do some here and there throughout the week because I started it way too late and I didn't realize how long it was going to take me to finish. And since it's a Christmas one, I need it done. I have too much going on Christmas Eve at night and like on Christmas Day, so I'm gonna get up early and do like a nice little early Christmas Eve stream and finish it.
Cute.
That's what I have. Yeah, it's really cute. It's a nice little picture. So
Before you go, I want to share a blabbering collector tweet.
The hell?
I don't know.
This is
I
what
don't know.
open YouTube.
This
to.
is
Oh, no,
tweet.
it's,
This is the entire tweet.
why does
Lambs.
why is he holding
I
feet?
don't know.
Lambs, what
Why
is
is
this?
he
I
topless?
don't know.
Why does he have a collar on? Why are there other men around him? I don't understand.
No, he is holding 2 synthetic feet.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I
you know,
don't know.
also I forgot to say I
And
pinned my.
all of this is like, why is this being posted by Blabs? Like,
I don't know. We need
This-
context, Blabs.
if this was Camelot, people are like, yeah, that's just another post for Camelot.
Blabs
but-
doing it, it's like, did she get hacked?
Yeah, this is like
Are
Wicked
you
posting it.
okay? Are you okay,
If
Blabs?
Wicked posted this on a non-18+ account, we'd all be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I pinned my vlog channel in the comments.
Wait,
if you guys want to follow.
one of the super chats is from Bashi Washi. I have definitely
He's
heard
still-
that name before.
Thank you, Hoki.
Ouchie. Oh my God, Bashy! I haven't
Well,
seen Bashy around in a while.
Well, it says
I don't know what that
Bashi
is.
Wa, so I'm assuming it's Bashi Washi, but it may not be. There's maybe mistaken identity.
I'm like 25 away from 600 over there. So if you're interested in vlogs and just like some random fun videos, food stuff, and all that, it's pinned.
He retweeted it.
I was gonna say, let this brew finish. I got what I needed out.
I'm going down a rabbit. Savvy replied, "I see you're enjoying cultured television," and Blabbering Collector replied, "Every Saturday." I feel like my universe is breaking. Next, Wicked Virtue is going to come out as some kind of weird Polish kind of beer festival wench.
Beer festival.
I can totally see that.
Well, no, I had to come up with what is further than I thought Wicked would do, but also not offensive. And that's the fastest I got. That was the first thing into my head. It was like, how can I push what she'd do, but also not be incredibly offensive?
My camera's not working.
Because normally I'd just be incredibly offensive.
This brew is just going off. You should ask Blabs what's going on.
Look, the moment Safi gets involved, I'm like, this is too far for me. We've entered an area where I cannot follow.
You're gone too far. I can't say
I'm probably
anything.
going to see someone's feet. I don't want this. This is beyond my territory. Like, I will pass the torch on to the more degenerate person.
You're gone too far.
You gone done wrong, AA Ron.
But yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to bring up before we head out? Anything?
No.
Variety posted 13 minutes ago, to not overshadow the trailer for James Gunn's Superman, David Ayer asked fans to stop promoting his cut of Suicide.
Oh, because they're asking for the Ayer cut, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's like, just stop. It's over. It's done.
Ayer took
like
to X
12
once
years.
more to express his reaction to the backlash regarding the spot of Gunn in his revamped DC studio.
Yeah, especially because this DC studio is getting revamped. I don't see the Ayer cut happening. And if he's saying stop, then people should stop.
But it's just weird that he felt the need to.
Yeah, maybe they asked him to. I don't know. Possibly, yeah. But we will see you guys next week for Saucy New Year's Eve. And yeah, we'll see you during the week.
Are you going to be doing? And I suppose this needs to go to X-ray as well because I don't know what your condition is. Can you drink next weekend?
Yes, I can.
Yep, she'll be
Are
able to.
you going to be doing drinks per super chats like last year?
Should we do drinks per super chat, guys?
We'll think about it. We'll maybe, yeah. It has to be like higher though because I'm not trying to pass out.
Wait, no one passed out last year.
No,
I just don't remember.
Well, we could do what we did.
That's not even the first time for this stream. You know?
Oh, well, okay. Let's talk about it, and we'll
figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I'm glad that I'll be home this year
let
for
us
it too,
chat.
so.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Yes, let us know in the comments. We're gonna go.
And comments if.
Yes, exactly. Thank you guys so much. This was a fun Christmas special. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I'll say it.